87 right now. Real feel is about 100 already here in Cayman, and winds out of the southeast at about 5 miles per hour. We do have a little bit of activity on the National Hurricane Center website map, so I'll tell you about that coming up in just a second. Right now, let's get some news.
Big news. I have some important news for you.
Interesting news.
It's Blake and Aaron's Spilling the Tea with Sandy.
Cayman's top news headlines of the day from CMR.
Brought to you by J. Michael, fashion for everyone. Happy Friday, Sandy.
Hello, Blake and Aaron. Happy Friday.
How are
Headlines
you?
this morning. I'm good. Good
morning.
So
What do
we
you
have the Premier providing a statement in Parliament saying that Cayman's economy is recovering strongly post-COVID. So he's reminding people of, the difficulties that we're still facing in terms of the recovery to the economy. And he provided an extensive report on the economic prospects and financial forecast for the Cayman Islands, and essentially said that despite the hardships experienced during the global pandemic, the financing, insurance, and business sectors have shown remarkable resilience and continue to expand even beyond expectations. And of course, tourism is slowly rebounding as well. Cruise tourism, not so much, not quite as expected, but overstays definitely doing well. So gross domestic product expanded by 3.4%. Robust performance was largely driven by a strong recovery in the hotels, restaurants, and transport, as well as storage and communication, whilst maintaining strength in other sectors. So believe it or not, hotels and restaurant sector grew by 23.2% over the prior year, with projected growth of 29.9% in 2013. So not too bad, I guess.
All right.
And, of course, the feds did not increase the interest rates this past week, which was a bit of good news for us. Okay, so there was an earthquake last night.
In Cayman?
Well, in Jamaica.
Okay.
So depending on who you believe, it was either 4.3 or 4.9. So different reports were coming in, but it was felt by many there all the way from Kingston to St. Mary. And yes, people were saying, ooh, we felt the shaking. We felt the earth shaking. So the earthquake unit at the University of the West Indies actually reported it as a 4.9 magnitude quake at about 7:31 p.m.
Now, do you remember that when we had that 7 point whatever it was?
Oh my gosh.
Earthquake here?
Yes,
About
January of
about
2020.
4 years ago? Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now
All right.
that was that was almost twice as strong as the one they had in Jamaica.
Yes. Yeah, it's amazing. So it looks like we might be getting pepper spray at some time in legislation, because it was passed last night almost unanimously. Interestingly enough, the government largely supported the opposition with this motion, except for the Premier and Sabrina Turner. They were not in support of the motion at all. So very, very interesting. We'll see how it develops. Lots of questions about exactly how it would be implemented and rolled out, but we'll definitely keep everyone posted.
All right.
Have a fantabulous weekend.
Great. We'll see you on Monday.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Good morning, everyone. Hope that you guys are doing great. We got about 18 seconds here. Let me just grab a few links.
Bigger, better, bolder. The cold, hard truth is taking talk to the next level. Right here on Bobo 89.1 FM, Cayman's Community Radio. We are still spilling the tea and committed to being part of the change that Cayman so desperately needs. Join Sandy Hill weekdays from 7:30 a.m. for Premier Access, Cayman Voices, Truthful Thursdays, and much more. Cayman's #1 talk show is now bigger, better, bolder, and more than talk. Getting results with hot topics, consumer reports, court exposés, and more.
I've come to set the record straight. I've come to shine the light on you. Let me introduce myself. I am the cold
Now, from the CMR studio in Grand Cayman, live, direct, it's the cold, hard truth. Now, join the conversation on 345-936-2626.
That number again is
345-936-2626.
All right, good morning, beautiful folks. Happy Friday. How's everybody doing? Gosh, can you believe that the month of September is almost over? I am sitting here shaking my head. Like, is that really possible? Oh my gosh, pretty crazy. But yes, we've got pretty much another week and September, and then we're rolling into the Christmas season before you know it. Woohoo! Yes, honey, chill, getting ready for Christmas. Ugh. You know, when you have kids, Christmas is a little bit different. Thank the Lord, I only got the one. So, we don't have to go too far out. They just shred those presents and throw them down. And you're like, what? I spent all that time looking for a present and putting it together and packaging it. Yeah, I figure 2 or 3 presents and that's enough. All right. So happy Friday to everyone. Hope that you guys had a fantabulous week. It's another day, and of course, another fight in the Cayman Islands. Y'all know the score already. I heard of at least, oh gosh, let me tell Chuck. Thank you very much, Christy. I heard of at least 2 fights yesterday. And, one parent said that her son told her that this young man was being kicked up so much that he, unfortunately, was really, really bruised up and stuff. And I hate to, hear of any of this that's going on. But my goodness, so crazy. Unbelievable. So I think what we need to do is have a sign that says, yes, thank you very much. I am getting reports that something's going on in the radio this morning. So I've just sent that to Chuck. I'm sure that he will get that sorted out here in just a second. He actually is doing a morning show, I think, over on 92.7 at the same time. So sometimes it takes him a little minute. All right, no worries. He's on it. I'm sure of that. So I was thinking to myself, what we need to have is one of those signs that, you have it up and you're like, I've gone 10 days with no smoking or whatever. We need to have a sign like that for the fights at these schools. John Gray should have their own sign. Clifton Hunter should have their own sign. And any other schools, SciFec, 1 day without a fight, 2 days without a fight. And let's see exactly how long we can go without our kids fighting. Based on what we know now, my gosh, I think it'd be quite a goal to even get to an entire week without any fights. But maybe that's a way to motivate the kids. Like, they've got to find some way to really get this under control. There has to be some incentive for them not to fight, right? I mean, the punishment is there. They hardly seem concerned about the punishment because it's really not much of anything. So I think on the one hand, increase the punishments, including, making them do things like, oh, what's this? Some video footage this morning, including making them do, community service, charging them with criminal, things as well, charging the parents, holding the parents accountable. I think that there's so many things that need to be done. But then on the other hand, you also need to reward children. I was kind of saying this, I think, yesterday morning, if you picked up on it, that really and truly, you've got to reward children when they're doing good. So the kids that are not getting in fights and that are doing good, they're kind of sitting there going, why am I having to stay in this environment and being exposed to all of this chaos? So I think there has to be a way to reward those particular students as well. So educators, that's why we hire all of you to put your collective heads together and to figure it out. All right, let's see. Good morning, Miss Renita. Miss Irvelin is here. Everton is here. So there were some really heated moments in the LA last night. We're going to go through some of that. And today is Friday. So we're going to dedicate today to being another consumer segment, and I'm going to give you guys some updates as well, so that you can keep abreast of what's happening in the community. So, them MPs are spicy. Yes, I'll tell you all about it here in a second. Okay. So Gabby, good morning. Olivia, good morning. Morning to Leroy. Everton, did I say good morning to you? Lizette is here. Stephanie Brooks is in the house. Thank you. Iva Hart is here. Nathan, good morning, Mr. Nathan. Siobhan Berry. Damaris Moore joining us from Queens, New York, the NYC. Andy, thank you, from La Ceiba. Lavana, vacationing in Jamrock. So Lavana must have felt the earth shaking last night in Jamaica. So we were sitting at home, and next thing you know, we get a call. My husband gets a call from his brother. Now, his brother actually lives in the States, in Louisiana, and he gets a phone call saying there was an earthquake in Jamaica just now. So his, I can't remember who it was that called him. Somebody called him from Jamaica and said, "Ooh, honey, child, we just had an earthquake." And it looks like it was a 4.9. Finally, it was kind of between a 4.3 and a 4.9, but it looks like it was a 4.9. So yeah, lots of people felt it between, sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Sneezing this morning. Lots of people felt it between St. Mary and between Kingston, St. Thomas, all over the place, honey jam. So yes. All right, Child with Purpose, good morning. How are you? Can we get an update on the north side? You know what, honey Chan? You must be psychic, girl. You must be got psychic powers. We're going to get an update, quite ironically enough, right from the minister himself. You stand by, honey Chan. He's going to give us all the updates on that. Don't you worry. They're in Parliament right now, so he can't come on and tell you right now, but we're going to get the full scope. It's coming along nicely, I heard just yesterday, in fact. Yes, happy Friday. Richard, good morning. Aliano is joining us from Windsor Park. Patricia Blake in the house. Good morning, Patricia. Marshall, Damien says, wait until they get that pepper spray. Oh my God. I still am like very much on the fence, but I'm leaning on the no, we don't need this added to the mix. But of course, pretty much all of the MPs last night voted in favor of it. The Premier and I think Minister Sabrina Turner, were the only ones who did not vote for it. Now, the thing about it is, I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens when it goes wrong. Because one thing I know with my limited knowledge of everything in life, right, is it is always much more difficult to undo something than to avoid doing it in the first place. So listen to me. I just, it's one of those things where you think it's easy to implement something. Well, maybe, but it is much more challenging and difficult. So once you've implemented it, and somebody said the Premier was actually the only no for pepper spray. Oh, somebody told me that Sabrina Turner also voted no. I guess not. So when you get it in the community and it's not going right, then what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do about it. At that point, it's too late. And then I don't know. So I'm still a little bit torn. I had someone messaging me this morning and they're like, Sandy, I don't know. They didn't listen to the show the other day when we were discussing it, but they were saying, Sandy, I don't know, because, I used a taser before and I ended up tasing myself when I lived in the States. I was like, what the hell? And, where am I getting? It's going to be all the way down in my bag and this and that. And without proper training, and I know y'all are not going to do the proper training because y'all are not disciplined like that. I mean, I don't even have to ask that question. I think that unfortunately, it's going to end up being one of those things that we will live to regret. like many things in life, I suppose. We'll see. Don't y'all say that Sandy put her goat mad in it, but I'm telling you, one day we will sit here and say, boy, Sandy, we should listen to you. We made a mistake. And I'm going to say, oh, well, now you got to live with the consequences that everybody walked around pepper spray and your young teens and even younger kids pepper spraying each other. And hopefully nobody dies as a result of it. Criminals using it as part of their arsenal to attack you, because now they can go to the dollar store and get it for a couple of dollars before, somebody high in crack decides to rob you. They're like, oh, I'll just go get some pepper spray. I don't need to find a real weapon. I don't need to find a gun or whatever. And by the way, pepper spray can kill you. So I'll sit back and wait for it. But yes, when you don't have it in proper hands with training. I was even thinking about this whole self-defense thing. I was saying to the person who's messaging me this morning, even with self-defense, if you're not practicing it and doing it, I think that you unfortunately lose a little bit of your edge. Because when you're in a situation, everybody has in their head, well, if somebody come attack me, I gotta do this. Listen to me. When you're in the situation, you do not know ultimately how you will react. And that's why they say 2020 is always, hindsight is 2020. Because it's easy to say the what ifs, and I should have done this and I could have done this. But in the moment, when it's fight or flight, when it's panic or pass out, you just don't know how that's going to go and how you're going to react to a situation. Have we not all been there where we thought, gosh, if this happens to me, I'm going to do this. And then when it happens, your reaction is totally different. So you might have that pepper spray on you and still never be able to use it because you freeze or you panic or you're trying to grab it and he, realizes maybe in a split second that you're trying to grab something, and then he responds and shoots you because he thought, oh, maybe you had something more serious in your wallet or your handbag or whatever. So I don't know. It kind of reminds me of the situation with the guy who got shot buying numbers. The young man allegedly, I don't think he's been convicted yet, who shot him. It seems like it was one of those situations where it was the inexperienced robber who kind of panicked, and you flinch or you go the wrong direction, it's going to cost you your life. But these things happen. It's very unpredictable how people are going to react, and certainly it's not the victim's fault that they, in a moment of intense stress, that they're going to flinch and they're going to try to push a door open or hold a door or whatever, and then you're going to end up getting shot. Same thing with the CNB robbery many, many years ago down in Centennial Towers. Those guys shot the door out when they realized the security guard was trying to hold the door closed. I don't know. So Everton says, I guarantee you if they block these people off social media, call Megan. Who's Megan? Knows fight, they would stop. It's social media. That's why they put it up, because they see themselves in social media, making an what of themselves. Social media plays a large part in it, Everton. But from all sources, they were fighting before social media. And that's why the parents in the comment section, well, back in my day, we used to pull out the Custer fights, the Custer fists or whatever they're called. Yeah, boy, we never shot nobody. We just fight with our fists. I guess maybe back then y'all didn't have the weave to hold on to and that sort of thing. I don't know. But your children are angry. Boy, I tell you what. Jeez, peace. When I see oh my God, I'm like, you know what it would have to take me to get that angry to want to thump somebody that hard? Jeez. The day that happened, y'all really need to call the police in Sandy and say, honey, child, she has lost it this morning, Popo. Come and get her. Come and get her. Let me see the latest one. Hold on now. Somebody sent me this one. Yeah, so they're emailing. This one emailed it to me. They're like, Miss Sandy, you missed this one today, though. All right, let's see. We'll have to figure out which school this is. Child, I just have to look at the uniforms to try and figure it out. But one thing I can tell you for sure, it is not September. Hold on here now. Let me see. I've yet to see one from any private schools. Well, first of all, they're not allowing them to have phones. So there's that. Prep implemented a strict rule about phones because y'all took a picture of a young lady who had on a costume and sent it to us claiming that the young lady had on blackface when she actually didn't. And so Prep said, you know what? This was a very stressful situation for this young child. And so they told you they had a new policy in place. And that was that. Don't like it? Leave the school. Karen, I thought I sent it to you already. Did I not send it to you? All right. So don't forget, sorry. We're on the backup channel for YouTube. Didn't I just send that to you? Yeah. No, that's both. Pay attention now. You're confusing me this morning while I'm trying to multitask, young lady. Okay. So let me just have a look here. So yes, we're on our backup channel on YouTube. Do not forget, hopefully by Monday, I think we might be out of jail. Definitely by Tuesday, we should be good. Yes, honey, chill. YouTube put us in jail on the main channel. They're like, we don't like that thumbnail photo of that woman's breasts. They were not nice. And I agree. Not nice at all. I'm like, yes, honey, chill. Can we, can we, have some degree of decorum around here? Caymanians like, nope, Sandy, we don't want a decorum. We don't want nothing. Okay, honey, chill. Even the wild animals be going on like that. All right, I've put it on social as well. That's what I was doing just now, while my brain was engaged. All right, so let's look at the latest one. I should see if this has profanity in it first. My apologies. Hold on one second. Kevin. Kevin. Oh my goodness, I almost played it without checking it. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Kevin, you got to check this one for men. Tell me what's the dealio. Then that way he can try and bleep it out. Let me see here. Sort by date. And I will send it to Kevin. Okay. This one is 18 minutes. Oh, this one was, man, these kids. Jeez, and peace. Anyway, we'll show it in a minute once Kevin has had an opportunity to check it for them bad words. All right, it's 18 seconds of, again, ridiculous behavior. I think this one is SciFec, I believe, based on the school ground, but I didn't go to any of these schools. So I don't know. Anywho, all right. So we got a story that we're working on. Monday, we'll be able to discuss it. You guys are not going to believe it. Like, it's crazy. So yesterday, remember we were trying to call the London office? She actually called me back. So nice of her. She's like, oh, I saw this number calling multiple times in the Cayman Islands. So they were still working. I guess they were just busy or something. I don't know why they weren't answering in real time. Maybe they were on a tea break, afternoon tea. So she called back, and the question that we had for her, why we were calling her, is to inquire about whether Adrian White was still there. And she says, no, he's no longer with the London office or with the Department of Tourism. Now, you guys remember Adrian? He was the guy who we hired to work in our DOT office in the UK, who we broke a story here in CMR about him entering into these contracts with sports clubs and stuff in the UK. This is back in February. And, he entered into this contract, at least one or more, where he had some conflicts that existed. His daughter was like in the sports club. At some point, he was like a coach or something. One pile mixed up. So it was a secured shirt sponsorship where we're giving them money. So we sponsored, the Cayman Islands government, DOT sponsored them to the amount of $30,000 to the old Cranilinghan Hockey Club for 2 seasons. And turns out that he has a very, very close connection to the hockey club, including the fact that he, I think, was his daughter was in it and he was a coach or something. It was just you have to disclose if you have any conflicts of interest. At the very minimum, you have to disclose those, and he did not disclose them, and so that's a problem. And he no longer works at that office now. Apparently, he tendered his resignation. But here's the real sauce. Y'all hearing it here first. Remember when I tell you, he may have tendered his resignation because he knew the writing was on the wall, most likely for a termination. So you know how some people, they know they're going to get fired and they jump ahead and they resign so that technically they can say that they resigned. One of those situations on a jail. Now, what is more interesting about this situation, yet again, is that he actually, the investigation continues. Now, government investigations seem to take forever. But I believe, this is just my opinion, but I want you to mark it down in your little black book. When Sandy says certain things, you got to really pay attention. I believe that one of the reasons why this is taking so long is because more is coming. They've been digging. That Pandora's box was cracked open and they started digging in it, and it didn't have a bottom because they're probably finding other contracts and other conflicts of interest that they didn't know anything about with Mr. White. And so now they're probably putting a file together with a view to handing it to the anti-corruption unit or police or DPP's office or some sort of criminal investigation. Could be very, very possible. Because at some point when you start to hide these, relationships, it's not like, oops, I just forgot that one time to disclose my connection, my daughter's connection, my son's connection, my connection with this particular sports club. If you keep doing it time and time again, and you do not reveal those connections, one has to then question, why wouldn't you? This gets into the area now that the Anti-Corruption Club is going to be, the Anti-Corruption Club, the Anti-Corruption Commission might be very, very curious to know, why wouldn't you reveal those things? Because you have a responsibility and obligation to reveal those contacts. And my understanding is he had a signing limit of some $50,000, and everything that he did was below that signing limit, probably quite strategically so that there were never another set of eyes on the situation, because then questions would have been asked. Keep an eye on this space, because I have a very interesting suspicion that we'll be circling back to this conversation yet again. Okay. Miss Marjorie asking, what time did Parliament end? All right, let's talk about Parliament for a little bit. There's some stuff circulating, so it's worth a mention. I didn't know. So somebody said it was only the premiere. that did not support the pepper spray motion. Oh well. So it goes. So there was a video, an image actually that was being sent out of Sam Bolden. Did y'all see it? Of course you saw it because we got it a couple times, and I said, oh well, if it's already going viral on WhatsApp, let's put it on social media and put some thoughts to it. So we've seen these before, in all fairness, where MPs appear to be, I don't know if they're really sleeping or they're just, what I used to say is you're watching a movie on your eyelid. Hold on. So, you close your eyes. Now listen, I'm not going to be mad at Sam Bolden about this. I'm going to tell you why. Let me get the video, and you see him there. I don't think Sam was actually the Honorable Mr. Bolden. Is he honorable as well? I don't even know. But I don't think he was actually sleeping. I mean, he could have been. It's hard to say, to be honest. I think he was more or less, he was, resting his eyes, probably thinking about something. When you're listening to somebody speak, don't you sometimes just close your eyes? You're like, Of course, from when you start closing your eyes, anything's possible. All bets are off, child, because that brain starts to shut down. And you've been there all day long. You're not getting up. And you're like, oh, sleep is coming. But I don't think he was, I don't know. The verdict is out on this one. I don't believe he was sleeping. I think he was just sitting back listening. And he just decided to close his eyes. But one thing that I do know is the MPs were complaining that the Speaker of the House wouldn't give him a break yesterday because she wanted to go home early. Well, Marjorie, they went until 2:00 in the morning. So they did not go home early. So there you have it, 2 a.m. I wonder if she gave him a dinner break. But anyway, here's Mr. Bolden. Yep, there he is. And somebody did this, said the people, money, hard at work, pointing at him. We need to prorate these members' salaries. Well, first of all, Mr. Bolden is not an MP. So I hope whoever decided to put this together recognizes who he is. He's actually the Attorney General of the Cayman Islands. Did y'all see the video that was circulating with our students at UCCI who don't even know who the Premier of the Cayman Islands is? Yeah. So I don't know who did this one, but he's not a member. He's an ex officio member. So, there is that very important distinction. But he gets a salary, and whether he was to show up there or not, I'm guessing he would still get his salary. Yeah, here's what I thought about this, and this is what we essentially said in the post, is that if you had to sit down all day long at a desk and hear these sometimes really, really boring presentations and so on, you too would probably be extremely bored. And you too might want to close your eyes. Hold on one second. So, I don't think he was sleeping. But if he was sleeping, because we have seen other MPs, and I do think that they were sleeping, you have to understand that, I think that people need regular breaks, even at work, even here. Stand up, sit down, do squats, do something to keep the blood circulating and to keep it going. Sitting down, for that length of time, it's not even good for you. These guys, as you can see, a lot of them could lose a good 50 pounds in any event. So I think they need to get up, and they should be taking hourly breaks where the parliamentarians, run around Parliament for a little bit and get some exercise. The speaker should make them get up and just do some stretches and some jumping jacks and, oh, the phone isn't working today. Oh gosh, what's going on? Oh my gosh, it's down to 9%. All right, hold on. And then it's spinning. Does that mean that this Android phone won't make me take any calls today? Well, call on this WhatsApp number, Denny. You'll be able to get through. Let me charge it up a little bit. My apologies. I did not notice, honey, Chia, that this number needed to be charged. The phone needed to be charged. Hello, Danny.
Morning.
Can you sit down all day and stay awake? Sitting in the same position?
I don't think so.
I know I would listen. I sit down in front of the TV and I'd be like dozing off already.
I know. But there is something I want to say about all of that. First of all, I think they should all have a bike instead of a chair, so they ride.
Yes.
Giving their presentation.
I like it. I like it.
Hint.
I know. I need to get back on my bike. I'm coming, Denny. I'm coming.
But on a more serious note, I don't believe that the way they're running the house is the proper way of doing it, in which they just jam everything into one little thing and then just have it run way into the middle of the night. That's not the way.
Yeah, I do feel like why is it always the case that they're in Parliament for like 1 week? Why can't they give themselves more time to argue these very important motions?
Well, because some politicians don't really want true consultation. And so what they do is they put out the paperwork in such a way that, like, there's no big fanfare, there's no public meetings. They just put it out there so that they can check off the box to say, we consulted the people technically. And then they rush it through the House because the people that don't know what the issues are during that consultation phase, they may hear something said about it if it's debated in reasonable times when they can hear it before it's passed. But if you jam it all into one little tight session into 2 o'clock into the morning, you're deprived even of hearing that. So they just push legislation through. I think that's very inappropriate. Just Parliament should have a schedule. The hours should be reasonable, of course, unless there's some emergency, and so that people can actually understand what is happening. I don't like that at all. So, that's all I'll say about that today.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, somebody else mentioned 9 bills in 9 hours. They said that they agree. They say at another point, the HSA better be prepared for those pepper spray attacks. Oh, yes. Is there a counter? Like if you get pepper sprayed, what's the antidote for pepper spraying somebody? Yeah, that's a good point. 9 bills in 9 hours. So the Speaker of the House wasn't giving them a break. After 3 o'clock, there were some who were like, listen, I need to take a lunch break. My belly's growling. I need to eat. And she wouldn't give him a break because she wanted to be out of there by 6 o'clock. Well, poor her. We made her earn a little bit of that salary yesterday, staying until 2 o'clock in the morning. Yes, well, it is what it is, but you got to give people breaks as well. I don't think it's reasonable to not give breaks. You know, Kevin, give me a second here. I'm going to get this link ready for you. I think Kevin's going to send me something here now. All right. Let me send you Dropbox. There you go. Oh, no. That's not the right one, I don't think. Oh, yes. Okay. There it is. Okay. So this other person says, give members a 5-minute chat. If they can't state their point in 5 minutes, there's no need to go on rambling. What is it that they get currently? Is it 2 hours or 1 hour? I'm trying to remember, but it is a lot. And, you know, I feel like they feel it necessary just because someone gives you 2 hours for speech doesn't mean that you have to take up 2 hours. If what can be said in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just say it and sit down. But, they're kind of showboating. So I think it's still, Kevin, I think it's still sinking. So give it another minute. I believe it's still sinking. So I think that that's another thing as well. Okay, just finished. 1 second. You've got to, I don't know, be precise. All right. So I agree with Denny. I say a good investment to make them healthier would be to give them standing desk, walking treadmills. They have the thin ones that you can put underneath your desk and you can be walking and talking at the same time. But most of the time, they're sitting down when other people are talking. But yeah, they need to get up. They need to move. There's very few members of our legislative assembly or parliament, my apologies, now it's called parliament, who I would say are physically healthy. And it's a stressful job. And I think that it takes a toll on them. And so it, would be in everybody's best interest for them to consider maybe a little exercise while they're there. Even in their government offices, you guys sit down for so long during the day. Yes, honey child. Takes a toll on you. What a hot mess. Ay. I see. 1 second here. I'm going to get something here and share with you guys. Facebook's sending me memories again today. Oh my goodness. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah. What can we do? So they were getting up in their feelings. So there is Sam Bulgin. I'm going to give him a pass on this one. Jim said I'd be falling asleep too. I'm going to be honest. I would probably, but I don't think Sam was actually sleeping. But Madam Speaker, please be considerate and give them their coffee breaks, their lunch breaks, because I don't think they're allowed to eat in Parliament. That's supposed to be a house of decorum and respect. Seems like a few people forgot that yesterday. We'll talk about that here in a minute. But, give them a break. Make them get up. I think they're allowed to have water. I don't know. So Rush C says time is the only antidote for pepper spray. Oh. So what happens if it's like deadly? Is there anything you can do to try not to kill the person? Because people have died from it. Like, do you wash their faces? Do you, I don't know, give them an inhaler to kind of suck it out? Like, I don't know. Leroy says Red Bull gives you wings. He's suggesting no, don't make them drink Red Bull. If you're unhealthy and you drink Red Bull, that speeds up your heart shot. You're going to have a heart attack right there in Parliament. I would not recommend it. Buenos dias, Miss Alba. Alejandro says, forget about the rules. There's no engagement. Well, Tracy says milk helps with pepper spray. Drinking milk or pouring milk on your face or milking a cow. How does it work exactly? Alejandro says rushing and wasting time. They be avoiding the public so long and rush agreement from what I see their private interests. Damien says, to me, I would say yes, just for it to be over. Ms. Marjorie says, exactly. Meet more often rather than go on so long. I can't even listen for so long. Yes, because, it's airing the whole time. And if you can't listen for that long, imagine people sitting in there. That's why some of them get up and leave. The opposition got up and went for lunch. So I don't even know at one point if they didn't have, hopefully they had the full numbers. I mean, I don't know. But the opposition was like, screw this, we're going to lunch. We need to eat. You know who they reminded me of? What's that show called with the little kid? He's like really naughty. South Park. The little chubby one. What's his name again? Oh gosh, y'all gotta help me. You know, I never watched South Park until I met my husband. He likes to watch South Parks, of course. I started to watch it, and then it is kind of funny. I mean, yes, they're potty mouth little kids, but when you get past that part of it, it is kind of funny. What's the little chubby one called again? Kurtman. Is it Kurtman? Cartman. Yeah, Cartman. Thank you, Damon. So yeah, little Cartman. He's like, screw this, I'm going home. I need to eat. I could see him saying the opposite, like, we're going home. Forget y'all. I can't say I'm mad at it. Go home and eat, honey chill. Get you some stewed turtle and come back. All right, so it looks like after lunch into the evening hours, yes, Gareth, Miss Barbara said she couldn't find us on YouTube. It's the one with the gold CMR logo. As a matter of fact, give me a second here. I'm going to make this easy for all of you. I am going to send you the channel. 1 second. Right now. Hold on. I'm going to send you this channel so you can subscribe to it. And you're looking for Cayman Mall Road, Cayman on YouTube. So I know y'all struggling to find the backup channel. So I'm going to give you the link right now in the comment section. Click on that and subscribe. So when we go live on either channel, you'll get a notification and you're good to go. Okay, I'm making it easy. I'm dumbing it down for everybody. Look at Sandy, making it easy peasy, lemon squeezy. All right, let me send it to the Windsor Park group. All right, follow the backup YT channel. YT stands for YouTube, in case you're wondering, honey chill. All right, there we go. I'm going to send it now for the Washington Boulevard people. There you go. Got it? Everybody got it? Share it. Like and share, subscribe and share. Because I know in government, I think they have Facebook block, but maybe not YouTube. So now you got your options available to you. All right. Like and follow. Okay, very good. So, one of them says, good morning to you all. First day watching from over. Yeah. So have a blessed day. Where are you? Over. Yeah. Who, what, where? Benji laughing at my apple cider vinegar, talking about I look kind of dark like rum. Y'all be wishing that Miss Stacy would spike it with something, but she know I don't drink. Good morning, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning to you.
Morning, sir. How are you?
Yes, I am okay so far. My name is Peter Ellis.
Mr. Peter, good morning, sir. You're calling for a Consumer Friday segment?
I'm not hearing.
Yeah, you're calling for Consumer Friday? You need some help?
Yes, I am calling from Jamaica
Okay.
regarding a lady that I work for, and she was supposed to pay me from January, and she did not. She used to live into the Cayman Island, and now she resides in Canada.
All right, so let me break it down now. You live in Jamaica, because this sounds like an international situation. You live in Jamaica.
Yes.
She used to live in Jamaica as well?
I don't sure about that, but I know she used to live in Grand Cayman.
Where did the work take place?
In Jamaica.
In Jamaica. So you did work for her in Jamaica. And you know she used to live in Cayman. Now she no longer lives in Cayman. Now she lives in Canada.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And what has happened? She gave me some work and I worked for her. And when I was supposed to get the pay, she told me that she's having some problem to get her money here in Jamaica. So she was going away in a few weeks. So she's asking me if I can wait until when she reach up, she will wire back the money to me. And I said to her, okay. She wrote me a receipt of $300,000.
That's
to
Jamaican
show that
dollars.
Jamaican dollars, that she owe me that money. I tried to call her a few times after she get up, and she talked to me and said she will soon send it off to me. A lady in Jamaica called me and told me that she called her and asked her if she could have given me 300,000 for her. And she said, no, she cannot do that. From that, I'm trying to get in touch with her, and I cannot get in touch with her. And the receipt that she wrote me, it was from the 4th of February. Until now, I cannot get through to her. So I am just calling on the program to find out if anyone know her and can get in touch with her, that she can let me have my money, please.
Okay. So, so she gave you some money?
Yes, she should have given me 320. However, she gave me the 20 and wrote me a receipt of the balance of the 300. However,
yes,
that 300, she did ask me to get a tractor man to do something for $120,000. However, because she never sent off the money to me, I never asked the tractor man to do it. So she would have only owed me 180 instead of 300.
Okay. All right. What do you say her name is? Because she's not in the Cayman Islands. I mean, I don't know how much we might be able to assist.
Her name is Miss Marcia Dontley Gabriel.
Marcia Dontley? Dontley?
Yes. Yeah.
How do you spell that?
Dontley.
Oh, Dontley. And then Gabriel?
Yes, Gabriel.
Okay. Any idea what part of Jamaica she's in?
I only know the work take place in Spanish Town, Jamaica, but I don't know exactly where in Canada she lives.
Oh.
But she's in Canada.
Okay, so according to her Facebook, she's a chief executive officer at Ebenezer Holdings, studied at York University. She claims she studied at the University of Technology in Jamaica and University of Liverpool. And she went to Edwin Allen High School, and she's from Hamilton, Ontario. Okay, I believe we have some pictures of her, this lady here, so we can certainly show the photos. If you know Miss, what's her name again? Marcia. Yes, she's sitting down here like a queen. She's literally sitting on a throne in this photo. Ask the queen to please reach out to this gentleman. There's some kind of dispute or situation about his money. And so, he would like to be paid. Have you tried reaching out to her about this money?
Yeah, I tried her, and every time when I call, I just not getting through to her. She used to answer me. The last time she answered me, she said, okay, I'm stepping into my bank now, and I will get back to you shortly. And she don't answer me from that time until now.
Oh.
And that is from February.
Wow. So she told you she was stepping into the bank to send your money?
Yes.
Can I ask you, what kind of work did you do for her?
Well, I was supposed to do a building for her. However, the place did have on a lot of trees and was supposed to bush down. And yes, I get that done first, and then the tractor man was supposed to come and to dig around to make the wall around the place before the building starts. And all of that done before she leave here. So it's not like says she don't know about it and know that that was done before she leave here.
Okay. And I see on Facebook she has this big mansion of a house. I don't know if this is what you're working on, but she seems to have some Airbnb that she was promoting. Do you know if that's her residence in Jamaica?
To be honest, that is just what she's showing there. It is just something that the architect, she did ask the architect to do something like to show her what the house would have looked like, and that is exactly what she's showing there. So the house do not build as yet.
Well, this actually looks like a real house, though. This has got pictures in the background and all kind of stuff.
And that picture that you're looking at, it show like you have the staircase go two sides and at the front.
Well, I see there's a lot of paving work in the front.
Yes, it's the same picture. It's not a house. The architect just show her that.
Oh, so that's just a rendering.
This is based upon what you're asking for. This is what the house is going to look like.
Wow, this looks like quite a big house.
Yes, and she said that she did want to do the Airbnb, something like that, but it's not like the house is ready or anything. It's just that's just a picture.
Okay, so you're hoping that we can the CMR can reach her all the way in Canada to pay you your money. Yes. Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. I was saying that you're hopeful that we can reach her all the way in Canada to help you get your money sorted out.
Yes, I really appreciate it.
You have a phone number. Let me see here now. I'm trying to see. I think you had sent us a number or something with her, right?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Let me see. I think that was a Jamaica number as well?
Yes, I have a Jamaica number. My number is a Jamaica number.
No, for Miss Marcia.
Yes, I have her number. I think I sent it to you.
All right, hold on one second.
Because...
Yeah, hold on one second. I think this is it. Her number is 876. I'm not going to read the whole thing out, but let me just try to find it.
It's a Canada number.
It's a Canadian number? I thought it was a Jamaican number.
Yes. No, her number is a Canadian number.
Oh, let me see. Did you send it? All right, do me a favor. Just send me the contact in WhatsApp. We'll see if we can reach out to her.
Okay, I will do so.
All right, and then continue listening because maybe she might have a different take on all of this. I don't know.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thanks very much.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm not sure what power we might have all the way in Canada, folks, but she does have some Cayman connections. So I understand what he's saying in terms of the fact that she used to live here. So most definitely she's friends with a few people in Cayman. She's got 38 mutual friends. Everyone from Mr. Renwick Christian to Monique from East End, Denova. So she's got a few local friends, to be honest. Some of the Wilkes family. Miss Jackie Neal, she's friends with you too, honey chill. Johan Carter, Noreen Dixon. So yeah, seems like people know her. I wonder if she's church friends with Miss Sylvia Wilkes, because she's she's friends with Roy McTaggart too? Leader of the opposition, Mr. Roy. Maybe you can reach her. Lavana, she's got Lavana's Kitchen as a friend. So this gentleman is saying he did some work for her in Jamaica. I saw your comments, folks. Funny. Leave the poor man alone. And he would like for her to pay him his money. Okay. All right, send her number. Let's see if we can call her. Okay. So I also want to give you guys an update on last week's segment and where we're at with that as well. Rough Seas says, for all this guy knows, that is probably her second name in Jamaica. Stacy says maybe someone here might know her or can reach out to her. Yeah, it's a small world after all. Leroy says, she has scammed you. Siobhan says she's actually sitting on a golden throne laughing out loud. Yes, she was. Alejandro says the longest transaction in history. Melissa says, lady, give the man his money. But the work take place in Jamaica, not the Cayman Islands. Yes, Miss Rosane, we gone international, honey child. Trying to help people. Oh, I don't know if that's her, but could be. So somebody says there's a Marcia Novelet, Dunkley Taylor. I'm not so sure because the name on Facebook could be. That could be her, honey child. My little detective's trying to look her up. They found her on the voters registry, an address down Berry Drive. Yes. Very well could be her. Cosmetologist. Let me see now. We got her number. Let's call her and see. Okay. Let's call Miss Marcia. No answer. What time is it in Canada, by the way? All right, no answer from Miss Marcia. Let me see here now. We might have to call her from another number here in a second. What do y'all think? Y'all think she's going to answer the phone? I'm trying to restart the landline. Give me 1 second here. It's at 20%. It should restart, right? Hello. Good morning, caller. Oh, Marcia was a police here in the Cayman Islands for quite a while. What? The same woman? Layetel. No. Police being dishonest? Could never be. I don't believe that for a minute. Lord Jesus. Yes, sir. Somebody said yes. Same Marcia. Wow. I gotta try on the other phone now. Hold on. Let's see if we can get her. All right. Her name in Cayman is Marcia Allen, and she used to be a police officer. That's what the guy just confirmed. Oh, let me see what else he says.
Her name in Cayman was Marcia Allen.
Marcia
Allen. She used to be a police officer in Cayman.
Okay. Former police officer. Now that's where it's at. All right, let's try again. I'm going to forward this number to the other phone. She might be trying to purposely evade us now. So let's see if we can get a hold of her another way. Okay, honey child. Miss Marcia. All right. So we're going to look at this phone over here. See if we can get... why do these Samsung phones take so long to start? Good grief. All right. So we got her on WhatsApp. Marcia. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's try her. Let's try Marcia again. Mm-hmm. Oh, somebody even sent me pictures of one of her daughters. Mm-hmm. The call declined. Oh, so she knows we're trying to reach her now. She has a daughter named Tracy Terrific J. Does she live in Cayman? Oh, Miss Marcia. Not so nice, Mama Marcia. Declining her call. Why? We're trying to reach you. What are you declining the call for? Keeps declining the call. Damien says your money is around her neck, brother. What does she have around her neck? Let me look again. That fake necklace? I don't think so. Okay. Garrett says she got a castle and a throne. Mess with her. Sandy says, Lord, hope she's not selling this under false pretenses now. That mansion. Choppa says, Andrea. I don't even know what that means, but okay. So phone not picking up good in Jamaica. Alejandro says Justin Trudeau can maybe help. He knows everyone with that Chinese technology up there. What? Chinese technology? Okay, then. All right. Dorothy says all the way from Jamaica. Lucky man. Stacy says with the CMR effect, she may be able to pull off something you never know. Oh my gosh. She lives in Cayman before, says Vicky. Damien says just call, don't say it. She's watching already. Gabby says, so is she promoting this Airbnb that's not even built yet? Yeah, well, she has it up on her Facebook saying that it's an Airbnb. So that's why I thought it was built, because I'm like, that's what it says. No, man, this is a real house. This is not a rendering. Let me show y'all another picture. This is a real house. Let me show you another picture. Now, I don't know if it's her house. I can't speak to that part of the equation, but this is definitely not a rendering, because here's another photo angle. See? That's somebody. That's a house. No rendering. I have the plug not looking decent and good. This is a real house. So her post says, stunning Airbnb in a quiet, although she has quiet misspelled, she has quite private estate for your relaxation and retreats. Please inbox me for details. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning, Sandy Barry here. How you doing?
Hey, morning. How you doing?
Yeah. Look here, just calling your show regarding, I don't know if this is appropriate time, but yesterday I'm trying to locate, I accidentally hit Land Rover, and the front fender bender is the only damage it has. But what I did was took down the license plate, called the police station, and tried to see if they could locate the owner. I was told, the officer called me back, told me that they tried all the numbers, and they was unable to reach this person. So if I don't know if you can do a little thing for me.
Send me the photo on WhatsApp and we'll post it. I'm sure we can find them quicker than the police.
Yeah. The license plate number. Now I have that now. Everything.
Yeah, send that to me on WhatsApp.
So I'm just trying to locate it in case someone. Eventually they're going to notice that their car is hit. But anyway, I'm trying to solve the problem.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Send it to us. All right, dear. Thanks very much.
Too.
Okay. Yeah, these things happen. All right. So she was doing immigration work in Canada. And I have another number for her. So let me try the other number. Maybe I can call direct. Hold on one second. Does this number allow me to make international calls, Flo? I can't remember what plan I have on this now, but let's try it and see. Keypad. Let's try this other number. 75. Okay. Let's see.
You have reached mailbox number 64789.
Nope. That didn't go through. That went to voicemail. Okay. Let's see. So I think it's fair to say that Miss Marcia is purposely not answering calls. I mean, Miss Marcia, you could just tell the people your side of the story. You know, we're curious what's going on here.
Hi, you've reached 289-689-5066, Sasha Armstrong. If you don't get me, just leave a quick message and I should be able to get back to you as soon as possible.
Sasha Armstrong? Well, that voicemail doesn't belong to Marcia. Maybe she already changed numbers, sir. You know, the funny thing is we WhatsApp her in this number. So, she did respond earlier in August to us, almost a month ago, saying that the man is mad. He had not done any work. I sent someone to check. He didn't do anything in the yard, just cut the bush, which he got $20,000. So that's what she said back then. So what a mess. All right. Sion says, some of you people don't understand what help is all about. Shaking my head. Let the man seek help. That's why the world can't be any better. Sandy don't have a problem to help the guy. Strong Wilt says, good morning, Sandy. Tell the caller to burn it down. If some of their people is wicked, sorry to say. Well, the response is never violent, Strong Wilt. That's what's wrong with the world now. Eye for an eye. And you're not gonna tell a Jamaican to go burn something down. It might happen. So let's not put that out into the universe. So Damien says maybe she has businesses here. I mean, I don't know, to be honest. Miss Lucille, good morning to you. Says, I'm gonna ask you a question. What is your job? I'm listening. You don't think you have enough problems with us to sort out? I have to laugh out loud. Oh my gosh. Well, you know, she has a Cayman connection and the man thought we could help. I mean, there's no harm in trying. Marshall says, another crooked Jamaican crooking one of her own. Shameful. Miss Sonia says, blessed, safe weekend. Catfish, says Gabby. Stacy says, maybe she's still here and tell the man she's in Canada. She probably maybe goes back and forth. I don't know. But she seems to definitely have some Cayman connections. And in fact, it looks like she might actually have some sort of status and she's on the voters registration list. So they're an hour ahead of us, says Gabby. So she shouldn't still be sleeping, right? Sandy said Queen's still sleeping. No answer. That's an Ontario number, it looks like. Kay says maybe she's watching CMR. Very possible. Because people listen to this program all over the world, says Miss Olive. Nadine says only one CMR. Miss Dorothy says, I know her. Well, message her. Ask her, you know, what gives. What a mess. Jim says many people, many know when you're calling and won't answer. They don't want you to be exposed with their hands in the cookie jar. All right. Speaking of people who don't answer and people who do answer, remember last week, Friday, we were trying to get a hold of Mariana Cortez. Well, I was very, very shocked that after the show, Mariana actually called me. I know. She was like, Miss Sandra, this is Mariana. And I was like, oh, it is? And I said, honey, child, we got to record this phone call now because we were trying to catch you on air. She gave a perfectly logical explanation as to why we couldn't get her. And I'm going to tell you what, at the end of the conversation, it was a very lengthy conversation, I ended up feeling very sorry for Mariana because she's gotten herself in a situation. And you know what? Unlike most people on this program, Mariana took accountability for what she has done. 100% accountability. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to allow you guys to listen to a snippet of what she had to say. It was a very, very lengthy conversation. When I say lengthy, I probably mean upwards of like 20 minutes to half an hour. We ain't got time for all that full conversation, but I think you should listen to what some of what she said, because you know what? She took accountability. She said she was wrong. She's sorry. She said, Miss Sandy, I could tell you all sorts of stuff about sorry and this excuse and that excuse, but it doesn't matter. I'm the one who screwed up. I'm the one who didn't submit the paperwork, the permits, and so on. When I pressed her for why she didn't submit it, because you know me, I'm trying to understand what's going on here, Mariana. Like, what's the problem? She was just like, Miss Sandy, I could give you all sorts of excuses, but honestly, you know, I just didn't do it. And one lady, her permit was supposed to go in one day and she was trying to rush to get it done the next day, and she just didn't get it done. And I thought, wow, it's refreshing to hear someone just say, I was wrong. I'm not going to blame anybody else. I'm not going to throw anybody else under the bus. You know, it is what it is. And I'm sorry. And that's it. She said she's handed herself in to WORC. And ultimately, they are handling the matter now. They will be carrying out their respective investigation. And you know what else she said that was very interesting? She said, you know, Miss Sandy, I was one of those people who would always say, yes, you know, expats come here and we do stuff in this country. We don't, you know, we don't take advantage of the opportunities that are given to us. Instead, we take advantage of the people. And she said, look, I end up being one of those people that I always talked about. And I was like, wow. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, honey child. How are you?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored beyond all measures.
Wonderful. What's on your mind today?
It's on my mind today, the director of DEH, Mr. Richard Sims.
Oh, you changing up the conversation. Okay.
I did send the photos and message. Can I call in to discuss?
Well, I didn't even look at that, to be honest. I only saw the preview of your message. I thought you were going to stay on track today. Let's not get, that's completely off track. Let's leave that for maybe Monday.
Okay.
Yes. If we have time later on today, I'll let you know, but we're on a totally different conversation at the moment. I thought you were calling in about this. Cool. My apologies. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, cool. Dear. All righty. Yes, whenever possible, let's stay on track. It's about weird when like we're deep into a particular conversation and then we're going to totally go off on something else. But I see what Ms. Amelia wants to talk about. That is an important topic. So Marshall says Marcia smells the rat. That's why she's not answering the call. Spidey senses. Her husband used to live in Cayman Islands, says Miss Dorothy. Okay. So they all moved to Canada now or what? All right. So listen. So the lady said she messed up. She said, I'm sorry. You know, I made a mistake. I got it wrong. So I want you guys to listen to the first part of the conversation. Like I said, it was a very lengthy conversation. I'm not going to go too deep into it. And, but she was very, very apologetic. And at one point she even started crying. I felt so bad for her. She said, Miss Sandy, I screwed up. I messed up. It's my fault. And I'm trying to pay people back. And in fact, here's the most interesting thing about what happened. Tammy got her money last week, Friday, the $350, $300. Sari didn't give it to her. This young lady, Marcia, gave her the money. She said, I have her money. The reason why she hasn't been able to reach me is because WORC took my phone. They have my phone. And so, I have like a temporary number. And I can call her and I want to give her her money. So she's the one who ended up doing the right thing in the end. Sari did not give the woman her money back. Now I got a bone to pick with Sari. Because as it turns out, it's very, very obvious that Sari was breaking the law herself by allowing this woman to work outside the terms of her work permit. That is an offense. Y'all listen up now, because this is how it went down. Because when people start telling me a story, not only am I sipping my apple cider vinegar, but I'm also asking questions like, oh, where did you used to work? Who was your employer? What were you hired to do? What did your work permit say? Listen.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, good morning, Miss Sandy.
Morning.
This is Mariana.
Hello, Mariana. Uh-huh.
Good morning.
Morning there.
I got information that there was something going on the program today. I do listen to the program every day, but I didn't listen to it today. They said you were trying to reach me.
Yes.
Okay.
So I understand you used to work for Sari doing passports and different immigration paperwork. And there's a lady named Tammy that said you had her passport and she can't get her passport back.
I used to work. Yes.
No, there's someone who has a missing passport that they gave to you with their money and stuff like that. So we're trying to figure out where are the passports.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing, I have no passport from anybody. That's a felony. You can't be keeping documents for people.
So you're saying the woman didn't give you her passport?
No, I don't have a passport for nobody. So can I explain to you everything, how it happened, how it went down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was working at Sari's for a period of time. By the time I was working there, she opened an immigration services company.
So you were working in the clothing store. You were in the clothing store, or which business?
No, I was working in the clothing store.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So while I was there, I did stuff that I shouldn't have done. Like doing papers for the people and stuff. On the 17th of July, I couldn't keep it no more. I couldn't keep doing what I was doing. So I surrendered myself to the immigration department. And I did a statement and I said everything I was doing.
Let me just clarify. You were working for her other company doing immigration paperwork.
Yeah.
And you didn't have a permit for that.
Yeah, so I surrendered myself to work department.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them everything that was going on. Mm-hmm. I got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
They did search warrant on my home.
Mm-hmm.
I told them the truth, the whole truth. I said what I had done,
So Sari had you employed in a different capacity than your work permit.
Hello?
Yeah, no, I said Sari had you employed in a different capacity than your work permit.
Well, to be honest, Ms. Sandra, I could tell you many things about Sari's, but I don't wanna drag nobody down. You see, I just wanna say what I did and my part, and that's why I didn't call on the program. Well, first thing, because I didn't know, I didn't listen to the show this morning. I don't want to drag nobody down. I just want to tell you what's going on with me, what the situation was, and I don't want to talk bad about nobody. I could tell you many things that goes on there. I could tell you many things he had done to me, but I don't want to do that. I just want to be clear with myself and pay for my mistakes and pay for what I did. Okay? So I got arrested. They opened an investigation. They told me because of the magnitude of the case, since I'm in a work permit and stuff, then the case will go to DPP, but first we have to do all these interviews. So they interviewed me. They took my statement. They went through my phone. They asked me for everything that was on my phone. They made me pay the people that I have owed. Some of the people I had to pay myself, which I already did, and some of the people had to be paid by Sarah. Because the company was on her name, and some of the people that wanted
what
money,
happened?
It was like, let's say, some. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Good morning, Miss Sandy.
Morning.
This is Mariana.
Hello, Mariana. Okay, so she does a pretty good job, folks, of explaining, exactly what happened here. Like I said, she doesn't want to throw Sari under the bus, although I now really think that the investigators need to be looking very, very closely at Sari, because in my humble opinion, Sari should be charged right along with her. Yes, I'm telling y'all how it goes. So hold on one second now. We're going to hear the other part. So the first thing that's obvious is that Sari had her working outside of the terms of her work permit. That's actually an offense. That's against the law. So she had her working in the store, right? And then she was working, 1 second here now. Good morning, caller. You're live on air. How can we help?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Carlton.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Carlton.
Yes, ma'am. I'm talking to DR now when I'm calling.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Approach to DR now when I'm calling. Lady will want me $2,000.
Oh, a lady owes you $2,000. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Carlton Edwards.
All right. Let's hear your story, sir. Go ahead.
You know my story, and the story
yes,
where
but the listeners on the radio need to hear your story so they can know what you're talking about.
Yeah. This lady tell me say she women are working in immigration time saying about papers.
What kind of papers?
Find the code. My status.
Okay.
So I gave she said $2,000. I gave me $2,000 my papers. And that's when my woman had my papers around 2 years, going to 3 years. I have to end up to the police station. But every time I find him, he move. Don't have a fit address. Don't answer him phone. Okay, to the police station and I get by my document. The police have to take by my document. They have a policeman we take up the case now. August we gone him call me and tell me say next month, 27th next month, he go into court. And I know I don't hear about the court. And he say he's gonna call me back. He don't call me back or nothing at all.
So police not doing their job yet again.
They're not doing job. But tell me say August next month he gonna go in court. I'm listening to go in court. I listen to him call me. He don't call me.
Which police officer you were dealing with? All
right. The police officer do remember my name, but I'm gonna tell you who turned me on for him. Mr. Montague. Mr. Montague ex-wife.
But
him is the charge. Him is the charge in tell me to that policeman, think that policeman move and go bad in town. So I'm going to miss Montague can know the police. So I'm.
So you never got a name of the police officer that took your report?
No, I don't remember his name. What is not a Cayman. He is some country Barbados or Trinidad or something. I don't remember what. But Miss Montague, ex, not in wife, no, ex-wife, when I'm married, he made a charge at the police station of Georgetown. So him requested me to that policeman. Now this policeman left and gone a Barn town. I can't get no contact with him or nothing at all.
All right. And who's the lady who took your $2,000?
Dion. The one the son of the scammer seemed like his mother.
All right, says it's Dion Henry. I think some people know her as Diane Henry, Dion Henry. She actually used to work for immigration at one particular time. And so she was telling you she'd be able to assist you with getting your status paperwork submitted.
Mom. Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's see if we can get a hold of her this morning. 546. All right, let's see. Hanging up the phone on people.
Yeah, she's a living scammer. And I need my money. I work very hard for my money. Very, very hard.
Not answering the phone this morning. I think we know who she is. I mean, she used to work immigration. Like I said, this is such an unfortunate situation. And I didn't know the young man who's been going on scamming people about a car for sale. I didn't even realize that was her son. So you're saying that the apple never fall far from the tree.
That is it.
All right. Well, let me find her picture here. Dion Henry. She also goes by Gordon. So I think on Facebook she's Gordon. Again, big time Christian.
Don't be so to scam people.
I'm just saying. Oh, Lord have mercy. Love a church. Y'all gotta do better. My goodness, y'all need to do better. And so you gave the police a statement. Sorry?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you gave the police a statement. And when was the statement given? How long ago was that?
Man, that was around 3 or 4 years back, around 2 years back now, if I get my passport back, around 2 years back.
So they assisted you in getting your documentation back, but you can't get your money back.
That is it. And then come back August, they say it got in a court now. The 27th next month. You're gonna try. No, I don't hear from him. I don't know if he buy out or sell out. I don't know.
Wow. All right, let's see. She posted up to 7 hours ago on Facebook, posting a church message. Let's hear what this one. Hold on now. Let's hear. See? Yes, posting Pastor Man. All right. Another one not answering the phone. Lord have mercy. Y'all need to do better. Hold on now. Lord have mercy. We're going to see if we can get a hold of the police as well to see where the court case is and why you've not heard any updates about the court case. Because I think that there's something to be said for the RCIPS not doing their job. One moment for me, sir. Let's call the police as well. I wonder if they're not going to answer today. What a mess.
Good morning. Thank you for calling the Georgetown Police Station. May I help you?
Hi, good morning. Can we speak to the inspector on duty? Who's on duty today?
1 second.
Thank you. I wonder if it's Inspector Best again, because last week he never called that woman back. What a mess.
Hello, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry, but the inspector's in a meeting right now. Can I help?
Which inspector's on duty today?
Inspector Howell.
Howell. All right. Last week, Inspector Best said he was going to assist an elderly lady with a situation after she had made 2 reports, and she's not heard from him since. So I don't know if Inspector Powell is going to be any better, but can you ask him to give Sandra a call, please?
Sure. What's the number?
Sandra Hill, 936-2626. Yes, we have another gentleman here who's asking for help on a report that he made years ago, and he wants an update. Mr. Carlton, do you want to give this lady your information so someone can call you with an update on your matter, your complaint? Yes, Mr. Carlton?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, give her your full name.
Carlton Adolphus Edwards.
Carlton Adolphus Edwards.
Yes,
ma'am. Mm-hmm. And
your telephone number, sir?
323-1136. And he said he made this report several years ago about a Dion Henry taking some $2,000 from him. He was told it was going to be going to court, and he never heard anything further. So he'd like an update on what's going on.
Okay, ma'am. What I'll do, I'll speak to the inspector when he gets out of that meeting and try to resolve these matters for him.
And then ask Mr. Best if he could please assist the elderly lady from last week, because she's still not heard from him.
Okay, ma'am. I'll sure to do that.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, ma'am. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, Mr. Carlton. She's not answering her phone, Dion. So we will hope that the police can give you a call. And what I'm going to do, we did the same thing with Mr. Samuel Campbell last week. We featured him on CMR. And unfortunately, I did reach out to Dion myself some months ago. As a matter of fact, let me tell you exactly when that would have been. And, she has been non-responsive. So I messaged her back in February and talked to her about, providing not providing services, but taking people's money. She replied and said that, "Morning, Miss Sandra, things are not well. I'm trying to sort myself out. Please do not post that. The same man wanted to have a relationship with me and I turned him down." So she claims that you wanted to have a relationship with her.
Miss Donna, he's a businessman. I don't use business with pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Me 64 and I don't use business with pleasure. I'm a plumber, I'm a electrician.
Mm-hmm.
I can't take pleasure and can't go feed my family.
Mm-hmm. That's
so
true.
when she come with that, tell her if you back out with that.
Aye.
I care my lady every time I go check in. I care my lady with him. when we do the business. Oh, lead with him, with me, and I look at the same time. I have evidence, my lady with the evidence, you know, when me and him got at all a while. Me one never go with him.
So you said you took your lady friend with you. So what she's saying about you is a lie.
Yes. She's a liar. I have my witness. When they give me money, and when they, every time I go to her, we write a paper, she present with me. She look for me, I tell me, say, me if follow him, go see him and his husband. I plan him in a plan to kill him at the same time, you know. But Father God tell me, said, don't go with him.
Yes. Well, she continued and she replied that I wasn't really getting into that. I said, when can he expect his $2,000? She says, I'm working on it, Miss Sandra. I'm embarrassed by the whole situation. It was not intentional. When I have some funds in hand, you will be the first person I will contact, for I need a witness to me to give him his money. And that was on February the 20th. Now it's February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, 7 months. And we not hear back from her, none at all. Not even to say, here's a $100, here's a $50, here's a $500, nothing.
I work with Miss Vicky. And I day before yesterday, Miss Vicky called me and tell me, say, see the woman, I go buy number. I have money, have money to buy no money, and that him and say, dog, give me $1 of my money.
Sorry, say that part again. That what? I didn't quite catch that.
Miss Lady Harris, that I'm a friend with her England and sister. I do electrical work with them people. To old family. And I go look on a job deal for yesterday, and she called me. And she said, Carlton, as you left, me see lady come buy number, you know.
She buying numbers?
Yes.
Oh, geez, I'm
so she had money. She have the money to buy number.
If she have the money to gamble, she must know. Wow. So she can buy numbers, but she can't pay you back. She must be trying to win. She's trying to win big so she can give you the $2,000 one lick.
Man, me work hard for my money. Me don't gamble for my money, you know. And when she talk about me, I look at, when me look at for a sick woman, when me take up sick woman, me a 64, when me take up sick woman, do with him. Eh?
That's true. That'll be more work for you. What a heat. All right, Mr. Carlton, let's see what we can do, my dear. But unfortunately, she's going to be the next one to be posted under the scammer section of CMR.
You see the police, them is corruption. Oh, them people leave and the lady hide with my passport and all of my document. They never search and forgot politician. And they more tell me a different things. No, man. No. That don't right. That cook up. I mean, me not stop. That's somebody right in trouble. Me not stop. If I see me too, me know me right. I mean, never pressure you, so me never look you. Me not stop him get the money, man. Me not stop him.
Yes. Well, Dion, you hear the man?
You get my money. You take my money. And you want to send me a prison put back plant up, right? Eh? No, man, me have to put on my foot. If I get a liar, me have to put on my foot. Me have to put on my foot, ma'am.
Wow.
From a born, me never got a prison, you want to send me a prison? Eh? You own the money?
Okay, we have another number. One second, honey child. We have another number. Let's try this one and see. I'm gonna suggest you answer the phone because this man said he can get his money one way or the other. Declining call. Yes, that's the correct number. Yeah, that's the right number now.
She not answering.
She changed number. All right, there she is declining the call, folks. You hear it for yourselves. I'm gonna really suggest you get yourself together, young lady. What a hot mess. All right, I'm gonna send you the new number too, because maybe the police don't have the new number. That's why they can't get her into court. What a heat. All right, Mr. Carlton, we'll see what we can do. Hopefully the police will at least give you a call back and let you know when the matter is going to court.
Yes, ma'am. God bless you.
All right, my dear.
And I don't try to call her, you know. But the 2 minutes say she a liar and she come like she want to send me a prison, you know, want money, and I don't call her. I put it in your hand and the police hand.
All right, my dear. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there. All right. You're welcome. So we've got another person here saying that Diane, whatever the name is, lies a lot. So not saying it isn't true, but probably a lie. Someone says she's had health issues and not working. She'd be hustling here and there and sells numbers sometimes. So she's selling numbers too. But listen to me, health issues or not, you don't take somebody's money, spend it and use it, and then don't deliver the service. She's a former immigration officer, right? She should be more than capable of submitting the documentation, the paperwork. $2,000, as the man rightfully said, is not easy money to come by. So pay the woman. No, sir. So this person says her mother owns a church across from Lavana's kitchen. Oh my, I know she said she was struggling, but wow, shame on herself. Then she married this big, lazy Jamaican that she say Lavana daughter took away. Oh, geez, I'm peace. No, sir. No, sir. But what papers him could get for $2,000? Wow. What a hot mess. All right, folks. Let's ensure that you see her here. Do not give this woman any money for any more immigration services, okay? Good morning, caller. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Cayman Road.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Miss Sandra.
Morning, sir. How are you?
This is Denver here. I've never called your show.
It's so nice to hear your voice.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I've never called the show, but and I'm sure you see my post because I know you see my post because
hold on, let me look for it now.
No, not this.
Oh, not this. Oh, okay.
Not this.
Not on this show. Today. Okay.
But you respond to 9 out of 10 of my messages. But I have to tell you, I get in trouble sometimes with people who think that I am prejudiced.
By the way, did Alice reach you from Silver Thatch?
Yeah, she did.
Okay, good.
Thank you very much. People think that I'm prejudiced. People, think I don't like Filipinos. They don't think I like Indians. They don't think I like Jamaicans. Well, I just happened to tell somebody recently, my grandmother went to Jamaica, and I never knew her in Cayman. She went to Jamaica, and she died in Jamaica. Okay? I don't hate no nationalities. I have worked, and I have hired. I have worked, let me correct myself. I have worked with over 100 nationalities when I work with island companies. And when I say island companies, there are people who will know who I am. Okay? I have worked with over 100 nationalities. Matter of fact, at one point in time, we had 125 nationalities working in island companies because island companies had 28 stores. I have hired Jamaicans, Filipinos, Honduranians. I have hired just about French, Swiss. I have hired all kinds of nationalities. So when people call me and tell me that I am prejudiced against nationalities, I am not. I want to make it clear, and I hope that you have 1,000 people listening to you this morning because we our government, our immigration department has allowed us to import, I call it trash underfoot. You hear me? And I have nothing against no nationality, but the quality of people that we have working in our country today, I am ashamed of, because I'm going to give you one simple example. On last Saturday, tomorrow is Saturday, a week ago, I went to Courchevelesse, and I did not see what I was looking for. I was looking for King Fling. And I say that in the English term. I was looking for Saran wrap, and it wasn't there. And on the back side of that aisle, there was a grown woman, about 35 to 40 years old. And I said to that lady, I said, Miss, I don't see the Saran wrap. I'm looking for it. And she said to me, Saran wrap? And I said, no, ma'am. I said, Saran wrap. She said, Saran up. I said, miss, every young woman from the age of 16 years old should know or does know what Saran wrap is. And you're telling me that you don't understand? She says, I just started working here. I said, well, let me tell you something. You shouldn't be working here. Okay? And no disrespect to her. But if you're working on the front line, you're supposed to know what you're doing. And we have so many people on the front line in our country that can't speak proper English. They don't know this from that. And that is what bothers me. Because our immigration department sucks. We have lowered the English passing test rate. And I was told this, but I can't confirm this, but you can. I was told 2 times that the English test has been lowered. Okay? And basically a 10-year-old person can pass that test.
Given the number of people that are failing it, I'm not so sure if that's true. But what happens is they allow them to keep taking it over and over and over and over again. So there's a lot of people that are arguing there should be a limit to how many times you can take and fail that test.
Sandra,
but anyway,
with all due respect,
Mr. Denver,
Jim says when you sit down in your classroom and did your test, you didn't get to do that.
No, you better believe it. No.
Thank you very much.
So Jim says, Denver, you're not a prejudiced human being. I worked with you and was honored to do so. That Mr. Jim Norris. Wee says, yeah. So true, caller. All right, Denver, thank you so much for those comments. Weekend, thanks, you too.
Great.
All right, my
dear.
Bring
your daughter shopping, okay?
Yeah. Her favorite thing to do, trust me.
I know, because she's just like you.
Except I'm working for the money. She's not even working for it.
That's okay. You know, mothers and fathers have to pay for it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, my dear. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right, folks. What a hot mess. So another person said, just to clarify, that Lavana's daughter, she said, Lord have mercy on these people. That's a whole lie. Lavana's daughter isn't with her husband. Her daughter has her own husband. Lord Jesus. And apparently her daughter grew up with them next door, very close to the family, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, none of that is neither here nor there. The point is, she needs to pay people back their money. You can't be taking people's money and not doing the work and not giving them the product for it, because then that becomes obtaining property by deception, and that is a criminal offense. So, police need to do something. So somebody says that, they said, the family name is Snowball. Where do I know that name from? Snowball. Somebody else was in the news called Snowball. But they went to school. They said, not sure if her mom is Jamaican, but they went to school here. Her brother, Dean Snowball, and I went to school together. So Snowball, the name sounds, is there Julio Snowball or something that I've heard before? That name sounds familiar. But her son is that Kevin guy that is always stealing from people too. So look like y'all might have a little touch of something in the family called dishonesty and theft. As them old people used to say, sticky fingers. And sticky fingers gonna get you in trouble. No, sir. So we have another person who wants help with something, but they don't want to call in because their friends are going to tell the person who did. Listen, people, you need to stand up for yourself. I can't help you if you don't have no backbone whatsoever. If you're willing to call the show and tell your story, who scammed you, why you need the money, then I can help you. If you don't have no backbone, what you want me to do? Help you grow a backbone? Help you grow a spine? No. I'm not going to put my neck on the chopping block in that way. Y'all better get it together. This is another one. But didn't we cover this man already with shipping stuff to Jamaica? Howard, I think we covered this already. This is old news. The bottom line is you're not getting your money back and you're not getting your stuff either. We actually covered this. Was it even last year? You ought to luck, honey child. You're not getting it back. No need to even call him. He spent it. He had a wedding. He got a new wife. He spent your money. And he left the stuff in Jamaica too long that the Jamaican authorities disposed of it. End of story. Stop playing around with these pia people when it comes to doing business. Find reputable people to do business with. Oh, Julio Snowball, always in trouble, in and out of jail. You've reported on him when he escaped custody one time and was on the run. Oh, but isn't he related to Miss Valde? Is not Miss Valde's son? But these people are not family to Miss Valde. Is that her son though? How are they connected? What a hot mess. So she was married and changed her name to Subrati in the 90s and married about 2 times after that to this Jamaican. So this is the same Dion. I know she was a Gordon. She was Henry. And she was also Subrati. Okay. What a hot mess. This is where it's at. Yes, ma'am. Listen. We're going to have to tell you. Yeah, ma'am. When I was thinking about this situation, this Howard guy we've actually covered before on the program, and I'm going to give you the short version of what happened so you'll understand. He took people's money, sent the shipment to Jamaica, never had the money to clear it in Jamaica, was blaming Seaboard. Seaboard said if he had paid to have it cleared, they could have helped him sort it out. He didn't, so the Jamaican authorities seized the items, sold what they could, and discarded the rest. You'll never see those items ever again. We featured him before, and he claims that he was going to pay people back and try to sort out their money. I doubt that that's going to happen because he had a wedding. The wife pressured him to have a big-time wedding, and the money is gone on the wedding. And that was like months ago when we did a feature on him already. So I don't really think there's much more that we can help you with in this particular case. The recommendation I had to people is you're going to have to take Mr. Howard to court. Take him to small claims court and try to get your money that way.
I sent Wendy already, in 2021, I got everything.
Yeah, but that's not the point. Whatever happened fell apart in 2022 and 2023. So just because he was okay in 2021 doesn't mean that he was okay in 2022 and 2023. So, he spent people's money. Like I said, he went missing for a couple months because he got married and he went on the honeymoon and maybe the new wife is making demands on him. I don't know. And he disappeared. Seaboard wasn't able to even reach him for months and months and months. They thought the man had died or something. But it turns out he resurfaced and you're not getting that money back. I hate to tell you, you're not going to get your money back in all likelihood unless you sue him. And also the goods are actually long gone. Because the Jamaican government, they were sitting there at the port for all that time and they were not getting paid. And they don't sit down like Cayman and wait on port fees. They confiscated the stuff and disposed of it.
I saw him yesterday and him telling me how the next things them in the next container at wharf. in Jamaica.
Well, you can believe him or you can believe me. That'll be up to you, honey child.
And when I saw him yesterday, it's like he was frightened when I saw him yesterday.
He would be
and
frightened.
asked him about me things. Because he tell me he was in Jamaica and I frightened to see him yesterday at Pastor supermarket.
What a hot mess. So yeah, I wouldn't believe him if I were you. But like I said, he's been having issues for quite some time. Send me his phone number in the WhatsApp. We can call him again, but I feel confident that you will never see your stuff again.
Oh God Almighty! I am on that stuff when me send down, miss food stuff I send down.
It's unfortunate. But send me his number. We'll call him and see what he's saying now.
Okay. Thanks.
All right, dear. Thanks too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Such a sad situation, really. All right, we got another call in the line. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning. Julio is not Snowball.
Oh, yes, thank you. Somebody says Julio is a new ball.
Julio is
which is different from Julio Snowball. So there's two Julios, whole different balls, somebody said. One is a snowball, one's a new ball. Thank you very much, sir.
I must know because I lock him up already. You
lock him up already?
Oh, yes. Long time, though.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So my apologies. Apparently there's two different balls. There's a snowball and a new ball. New ball is that Julio. That's who I was thinking of when I said Miss Family. But I'm like, she not family to them. You know, Caymanians be like, they don't even look alike. They're not family. That's snowball. Different people altogether. Someone says her previous husband was a Henry, I think. Current husband is Patrick Gordon. Oh, so she still got husband? No, sir. What a mess. All right, send Mr. Gordon's number. That crook, we already know him from long time. So basically this woman says that she sent some stuff. But when was this stuff sent? Because this wasn't just yesterday. I hate to tell y'all, but that was a long time ago. Let me see here now. All right. Let's see if we can reach him. He might be listening to the show too, honey child. Y'all gonna start going, on Fridays we can't answer our phone. Because Sandy calling scammers.
Hello?
Yes, hi, Mr. Gordon?
No, this is Mr. Paul.
Oh, Mr. Paul. Mr. Howard.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Howard, Sandra Hill here from Cayman Mall Road. How are you?
Tomorrow, later we contact you.
Sir.
Are your friend whether they right in front of you? Live right in front of you. Later we talk.
All right.
Later we talk.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Let me just take another sip of this drink. Miss Stacy, I might have to start asking you to put some rum into this for true, because these people are not easy. Okay, then. Now on to the next one. Good morning. Dion Snowball is their name. They came here, by the way, they came here young, or maybe they might have been born here. I don't remember. We know her mom and her dad are Jamaicans, and their dad was a good man. At the time I knew him, her mom was nice too, but people change. I think Dion may be dying or something in her crookedness. It's her crookedness killing her. Oh, geez, I'm peace. Lord have mercy. What a hot mess. This one says, Dear Sandra, I'd like to bring to your attention this unfortunate episode that happened to me last week. Okay. Oh, Lord, it's a long one now. Oh, my gosh, this is so long. Ooh, honey child. All right, give me a second. Miss Sandra Coe says, I agree with you, Denver. These islands surely need a purging. Olive says, why did I offend you, ma'am? Isn't this an open platform? Who did you offend? You know something? I'm going to leave this program because I don't argue with no one. I have an opinion to listen or not listen, so I'll leave y'all. Who are you fighting with, Miss Olive? Who fighting with you? Lord Jesus, y'all try to behave now. Remember, I'm only a mama to one child. So I don't want to be no referee for nobody else. Just respect each other. First of all, when you're in the comment section, there's no need to respond to anybody else. You can make your own comments and not reply to a particular person. And then you can just have your opinion just like everybody else. Good Jesus. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Friends like that, you don't need, says Siobhan, grow a backbone story. Stop worrying about what people stand up. Stop worrying about people, stand up for yourself. Yes, call all the MPs for scamming the people, says Rough Seas. Rough Seas. Thank you, Aliana, for clarifying. Snowball versus Newball. Oh, so Vicky says, no, Howard is a different guy than the same guy. This Howard does containers also. Jeez, there's so many that are. Oh, that was a different one. What was his name again then? I can't remember. I thought he was Howard too. That's a different one. Lord Jesus, what a mess. Miss Olive, who troubling you today?
That's not why I call me Sandy.
Oh.
With the shipping man award, you got it mixed up.
Yes, I'm realizing now. What was his name again?
Yes,
his name wasn't Howard?
Arias, I think. I think it was Arias.
Oh, Lord, so many scammers. I can't keep up.
You see this award person here will say, I am friend. Me dying for somebody start with him so me can talk. Him is the biggest thief. From 2018, me send me things with Howard, and if you might listen, Howard, yes, this is Olive Berry's wife. When you thief me something them at Jamaica, and because my husband tell me to leave it alone, I don't pay you. Up to just 2 months ago, my co-worker sent stuff with him at Jamaica. 21 cologne the girl sent in her something, and not even one she not get an award. I got tell the girl, say, a custom take it out. Me dying for somebody come out pan him and make me get for start too because him is a thief award. People think them tell us his wife dead. His wife dead around 6 times now.
The wife dead 6 times?
Yes. And if you send them a fridge with award when you reach Jamaica, I don't have in the motor.
Oh my God.
If you send a toilet bowl with award when you go down, you get a little baby toilet seat. Him is a thief. Him go Clarendon.
Miss Olive, hold on. Back it up. What you say now? If you send a whole toilet seat, the whole seat not gonna reach?
In toilet, the one where you send me, I tell you that's a fuck. Up until now, I have me receipt them, I me video them. For me something them, I me send with award when me not get. Me used to go garage sale and buy my little stuff them. I'm the thing where award gone with for me. It have 7 frying pan. When first I sale, me buy the little sale things them and put them down, and then me send them 31 I'm a roll on. It's like whosoever have down their deal, them have a stinking body odor. So them have to teach people cologne and then roll on. It look like them super stink down there. And every time you call award about your thing, them, you tell us, say, your wife just
Lord have mercy, Miss Olive. If me laugh again, you see?
Award.
No,
I don't know if he's still talking container around a dump road. Around the him used to pack. He come at me yard and him pick up my things them. And when they reach Jamaica, me not see them. I want to give me peer story. And I was about to go to him. But my husband said, leave it alone. And I follow my husband. But me don't forget. The girl want her food stuff then when she sent her Jamaica. She had go down for 1 month vacation. And when she do get them, must be 2 weeks ago, she sent them from in June. When she get them about 2 weeks ago, every God almighty thing, girl, for the girl, the baby pampas them. Our thief, Holly said that.
God.
With no apology.
Lord have mercy.
And if it's a Clarendon, him container go. And him claim to say, I'm son them deal with it, but he will I'm son them a thief and bad man.
Well, let loose the truth head today, Miss Olive. What a heat.
I want to bring Howard when you ask Howard one of the things them there. Me send some chair with Howard and me get the chair, me not get the cushion.
My God.
So it look like in people them have them, they want some cushion. I mean,
no, sir. None of that don't sound right. Wow. Oh my God.
Now me keep calling the half year, my son John time and call the tenants upon the program, you get to complain upon them to contact.
Wow. Lord have mercy. But I must tell you, Miss Olive, I mean, I have to do no sit-ups today because the stitches that my stomach in from laughing. I got my workout right there, so.
No. Mr. So it's the lady we just called. I think she's talking about something recent.
Yes. Well, she said from May. So, I mean.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I him. I had a teeth in black mouth man there. The same mouth black like him, I eat fire coal. Anyways, you all have a blessed day.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I understand you have a wonderful day, my dear.
Oh, my dear. Thank you. All right. We got next caller on the line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Lord Jesus.
I wasn't going to call because I hear them bashing people the other day about calling 5 and 6 times. Now we only call 7, but I have to call. I agree 100% with what a woman saying. I don't know who she is, but I did it once for somebody, a friend in Jamaica, and I tell him I'll never do that again. And that's the same man that I send the barrel by, and he charged me more to carry it than what. Because I asked different people, and they say it wasn't amount of money. I even pay for him to get it delivered to the person where it had to go. And went and I write down everything and snap pictures of everything that was in that barrel. And when the person received that in Jamaica, half of the stuff were gone out of it. And when I call him back, you know what he tell me? About that he's not going to control other people at the wharf. And I get the number for Jamaica, and I tell him, I say, well, I agree that custom thing need to search it and stuff. But you need to leave people's stuff alone. And half of the thing, and most of it that was stole out was food stuff. But I had in perfumes from Freeport, all 3 and 4 gift set and expensive, and now see them and had in pressure cooker, it had in toaster, all of that and nothing like that. Most of the food things, I say, whoever steal it, I've been hungry, and you know what the woman tell me? That they do take nothing. I say, well, I don't know where it gone, but I have a list, and I told them, never ever in life again I will do anything like that. Because in that barrel was so big, I bought it from Rupert, from Jasmine, and I'm gonna give you the joke. When I was trying to pack it, I couldn't reach the bottom, and I went and I fell down into the barrel, and the barrel fell down in my coach, and I was one mess up, and I got broke back, and I couldn't hardly get out the barrel.
Oh my God!
I was down there struggling. So I agree with that woman. That the same man, he told me about that the person was lying in Jamaica and whatever. And I said, well, sir, out there thief. He called them thieves, and I said, well, sir, why would they lie?
Yeah. But listen, the bottom line too is if you have a business and you don't have reliable people on the other end to ensure that the customer's goods get there, you need to come out the business. It's as simple as that.
Sandra, and then he gonna tell me about the person was lying, that they scammers have the stuff for me, and I receive it, and you send it to me, and you telling me what I want it, and I telling him that they never receive all the stuff. Why you gonna say that the person lying or that I lying? Why I gotta say for myself? Fix and suck nonsense. People not fools.
Thank you, caller.
And I agree with that woman. I don't know who she is, but yeah.
Yes, Miss Olive let loose today.
I was looking at his number a couple of days ago. I still got a number, and I say, no, I would never send. I tell him, I say, I'm sorry, but I will have to start because none sense of sending the stuff and I'm not gonna receive it. And then he charges you so much to take it from him, and then he charges so much to take it to the people where it was supposed to go, and then I'll get half of their stuff. And telling you all kind of lies when you call. He tell me about we're going this trip, kind of the seaboard I download, and then we're going in, and if you know the red tape that I had to keep calling him, call the phone call that I had to waste till when it get there, and when it get there, it still never had the stuff that
Lord have mercy. All right, my dear. Thank you so much, caller. Anybody else having problems with Howard? Jeez and peace. Sounds like it's a mess this morning. Thank you, my dear. Tammy says, Jesus, take the bus and leave the comment section, I beg. Johan says, this is the greatest caller in CMR history, talking about Miss Olive. Amanda says, I can't even work this morning. The show too hot. Lord have mercy. El Rey says, Lord, look like them a supper stink down there. What she say? Look like them a supper? Supposa stink down there. Dying with laughter, says Andrea. Imagine ratted, says Alejandro. Karen says, Miss Sandra, he blocked me and cursed me and bossed me. And my boss give me a lot of things. I ship with Howard. He cursed me and blocked me off the phone. And he tell me, no, what? He tell me, so someone else steal my stuff. Jamila says, we not doing no work today. Y'all better not get fired now. For Path Clarendon, that's where he's at. Alejandro says, man, them too out of order. John says, why do these women have to yell to try and prove a point? Well, you know, John, when you get upset, you might raise your voice. Come on now. Miss Olive need to be Auntie Sandy's co-host, says Johan. He's selling it off on the side, says Damien. Oh boy. Vicky says, is the worker in Jamaica doing it or doing it in Howard pickup? I mean, I don't know who's stealing, but if this has been going on for this long and you know there's a problem, why do you continue to work with the same people? Or why are you still in business even? Come out the business if you can't guarantee that people's deodorants and perfume and whatever are going to get there. Ashley says, this caller made my day. Miss Olive, I must tell you, you had me cracking up. Bangarang, says Irvelin. Melissa says, wondering if this is the same man my mom sent her bed with and didn't get it. Miss Amelia says, this is where it's at. Miss Olive, I dead, says Miss Darlene Manzanares. Miss Olive, whoever you are, thanks for making my day, says Maddie. Miss Olive for premiere, says Tammy. Hey. Good morning, caller. Class hot today, says Wee Wee. Tiefin Black Mountain Man. Here this is hot and hot. Listen to what Johan said. Tiefin Black Mountain Man there. Him mouth black like him eat coal. I mean, I had to think about that one for a minute because I was like, what? Lord Jesus. Morning, caller. What a mess.
I want to report that my wife stole my heart. and I am going to keep her.
Aw, so sweet. My goodness.
Anyway, you have a
Jeez, please. Thank you, my darling.
You got the best job in the world.
I tell you what. Thank you, Mr. Dexter. Lavana says, send on a stuff through Cayman Airways cargo. Yeah, why don't you use Cayman Airways cargo? They're not that bad. But I know what some of y'all be doing. You know, some of y'all be trying to hide stuff inside of stuff and inside of stuff, and you're not really trying to declare it. Send it the right way, and at least it'll reach. Now you're sending stuff, like Miss Olive said, you send the toilet seat, and instead you get a little baby potty thing. Like, that don't make no sense. Oh, my Lord. Alejandro says, hope we get back our vocabulary because we forget what is Cayman. Huh? Black Mountain Man, wicked, says Miss Dorothy. What a hot mess. Rough Seas says, how much of a price difference is this guy charging compared to going straight to the shipper themselves? I mean, I have to wonder. But Rough Seas, does it make any sense? You're not saving no money if your stuff never reach. Sandra says, this is what happens when the cards turn. Yasmin says, Sandy, that lady is telling the truth. Never gets all that you send. I wait until I go to Jamaica and I buy my stuff. Wow. What a thing. Debbie says it's Comedy Central today. Jeffrey, good morning, says them worse because I sent a stroller, car seat, TV, and the amount of money they charge is a shame. Who? Who's them? Alejandro says you can't make this stuff up. You surely can't. Damien's asking the same question. Why not support Cayman Airways Cargo? Rough seas, he must be getting their attention somehow with a price that can't be refused. I don't know. Karen says he teeth all of my stuff. Lord Jesus. Nadine says it's true what that lady's saying. He do the same thing to me, and he is very, very disrespectful with his thieving self. Oh my goodness. We got a problem here, folks. Cleveland says all you people need to stop. All you people need to do is stop sending things with him. I sent him once, and I'll never do that again. Thank God I got everything. Richard said Miss Olive is a one-woman show. My tweet him. Everton says it's a good thing I work for myself. I'm having a blast working. This show is off the chain. Some of y'all be at work be trying to suppress the laughter because your bosses be like, what you got in headphones and what are you doing? Don't worry, the boss probably listening too. Darlene says, I like her for your co-host. Yes, Johan. Boycott his business, says Miss Dorothy. Lord Jesus. Yes, Fort Part, Clarendon, damn teeth, him son them on him. His son them and him. Okay, imagine Miss Olive and Oliver, says Darlene. Damien says certain items can't be shipped by air cargo. That's true. Cleveland says he's very dishonest and disrespectful to people. He's a crook. What? Mr. Howard? Wow. We're going to have a conversation with Mr. Howard for true. But let me see. Look like we need to call him back, though. He got answered to things on the radio. Hold on here now. What are the numbers again? Give me 1 second now. I think this was him. What did he? Not gonna get an answer this time. What a mess. No answer. Oh boy, Mr. Howard, you in a world of trouble. Aliana says, I'm gonna start a t-shirt hustle. Teven Black man, yo. What a mess. Selvin says, what in the container packing barrel selling on the side kind of business is this? Wow. Natasha says cheaper to buy the goods in Jamaica compared to here from Megamart and all the wholesalers. Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess if it's something you can't get here, but aren't most things in Jamaica? Well, not really. You know, I bought $50 worth of groceries and it was only one bag, so I'm not so sure it's cheaper. But I think they have wholesalers there that you could probably use. Maddie says, can these people be reported to DCI? Well, I have never heard of DCI revoking anyone's license for, these types of things. And I think we need to know why they don't. Because I agree, they should have that kind of power. And if they don't, Lord knows they need it. Karen says, Miss Sandra, the door alone value over $100,000 in Jamaican dollars. Wow. No, sir. What a heat. Woo. Blackberry says these last callers made me laugh until I cried, but people need to stop using his services. All right. Got some more comments coming in. This one says, Miss Sandra asked if this is the name of the business. People need to know. Is it Howard Morning Glory Transshipment? Is that the name of it? Check if the below is the business name. So can we get the proper name of the business, please? This person said it's in Clarendon at 4 Paths, May Pen. You go, Miss Olive. Good job. Good morning, Sandy. If I laugh one more time this morning, Miss Olive gone all out this morning laughing out loud. Her hubby had better make her talk from time as she's letting it out, letting it all out this morning. That's when you hold it in, honey child. Hope Wayne Panton sees this. Wonder if he plans to do anything about it. What's in this video? I don't know what this video is. I can't play it live because it might have profanity or something in it. Then Alfred could be calling me. You can't have no cursing on the radio. I just told you she married a no good Jamaican. Oh, that's Howard Robinson who work the people and don't pay them? I don't know. I have no clue what his last name is. Anybody know? Hot mess. All right. Yes, let me see now. Okay, another person says, Miss Sandra, that man is correct. The pass mark for the English test has been lowered. What? Lowered for what? By who? What idiot made that decision? All right, we can get to the bottom of that one. Lowered? Well, no wonder we got the hell in a handbasket. Why would it be lowered? Y'all can't be that desperate to bring people here that can't speak English. Oh, Lord Jesus, here you know. Hold on. This is where it's at this morning. Wow. I can't make this stuff up for true. All right. Remember the woman, Miss Marcia, that we were talking about earlier? Here, this one now. I'm gonna look into this English test business because if that's true, that's a disgrace. Really and truly. Don't worry, I can get to the bottom of that one. All right, so here, this scoop now. Corporations, I don't know corporations bringing people who can't speak English. That's the little man on the street. That's the Caymanians who don't want to hire people who can speak English. Y'all don't confuse it now. All right, let me show you this piece of hot mess. Somebody just sent this and they said Miss Marcia was mixed up in some court business. She was in the Jamaican Gleaner back in 2013 for fraud. Marcia Isaac Allen of where? And some city in Spanish Town, St. Catherine. A woman who reportedly attempted to sue a man she fraudulently collected money from has pleaded guilty to knowingly pretending to be a lawyer. What? Wow. No, sir. Oh my gosh. And we would have, when did she leave Cayman? This, again, this is what we have here. Y'all can find a boy. I don't even know what to say, except that's a hot mess. Oh my gosh. Laura says should be standing up against the people that are hiring outside Cayman. And like I said, unfortunately, most of them Caymanians, so you sit there. Sandy, it's the same thing in Foster's. Mega Mart is cheap. Good morning, Sandy. I'm on the road listening. Morning, Miss Morna. Remelia says, isn't this kind of the thing that goes against the oath for your PR status and work permit? Jav D says, if you ask who and where is the best place to ship things, they say Howard. And look now, so many bad things people saying now. So that mean the people them would get robbed, I recommend him. So maybe they included too. Oh, Javdi, I don't know. Maybe like one person said he sent one shipment and the one shipment went okay. So maybe you don't get robbed in the first shipment. I mean, I don't know how it go. I don't really know. I ain't not shipping nothing like that. If I want, first of all, you know, it don't make no sense. It's in food, Jamaica. I feel like Jamaica, you can get more food options there anyway. When I go to Jamaica, I'd be bringing food stuff back. I'd be asking Miss Stacy, which seasoning you need? We up in Mega Mart. Which seasoning you need from here to come in that direction? So I don't know. And if you take it a little close, that's how I put that in my little suitcase when I go Cayman Airways and say, here you go. You're a joker. CMR need to do a show with you. Who is that? Alejandro? Oh, geez, I'm peace. Alejandro need to get his own show. Call Bobo. They'll help you out. Miss Howard, Miss Sandra, it's Howard Scott. That's his name, Miss Karen. Okay, caller, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Sandra. But this is what I don't understand. Mm-hmm. Why don't they get all together so the man make sure that they go to the right lawyers and get him sent off of this island? I have a helper hired for my Jamaican lady, nice as she can be, hired for my mental cousin. That's a different story. But anyway, she bought up all this stuff, hundreds and hundreds of dollars to send home to her people. If this is the same man, she didn't tell me which
because there's more than one doing it, you know.
Yeah, they tell me it is 9 of them that is doing it. 9. Now, I don't know if that is the truth, but that's what I'm hearing. And
wow,
she sent the stuff and it didn't arrive there. And then when she went back to him, the custom officers in Jamaica had sold it, was what he says. Now, she had a big cry off of it, and then he's telling her every day, every week, that he's going to pay her back because he know how she feel. And I understand that the same man that she was using, he keeps moving. He keeps moving his somewhere up in Savannah area now. But why? What? I mean, not saying that they should do this, but if he was in Jamaica, I didn't need to say, but I gotta say it, he'd be dead because they're not gonna take no foolishness from him.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. And yes, Sandra, I don't know if this lady that I went to pay a small bill at the hospital is still there. But when I went to pay the small bill, I think I said this before, she did not speak English. Or it was so poor she didn't understand what I said, and she had to go and get somebody else. So it is true that we're getting people here, and look who she hired to. The government. It was HSA. So it is true. It is true. I think what happened, whoever's getting them there just says what got to be answered when immigration, if that's not stopped now, because we have lowered ourselves and our quality and everything else. And I don't know what is happening. You said it just now. We were hoping to go to heaven, but we gone to hell in a handbasket. Because we're lowering our standards. You make reports to the police, you can't get them. And they tell you go on the computer and the report would be there, just request it, and they give you a number, and you can't even get it. So what are we doing with our little island? I know our ancestors is rolling in their graves because those people had guts we don't. I'm much afraid. Sandra, this show should have been on years and years and years ago. Make I tell you, we needed something badly. We needed this badly, and I thank you so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I can't stop from laughing because I'm hurting for those people because they work so hard to send things back for their family. But
that's horrible.
Why don't they get together and do something about it? Thank you, Sandra, and you have a good weekend.
Thank you so much. All right, folks, somebody just sent me another video saying Wayne Panton needs to be in there with a cow cod and a duct tape. Ill-mannered B from Red Bay. He should have been removed for his unprofessional conduct. Oh, boy. Don't worry, I can post that video up. Yes, Alden getting rude and faced it, but poor Wayne. Wayne can't take Alden on. That cousin of mine, laughing out loud, needs to meet his match. Again, talking about Alden. That who his cousin is. Alden, boy, listen, folks. All I can tell you is Duppin know who to frighten. And they can frighten me in Panton because he grew up with manners, I guess. But I know one thing, it wouldn't be me. When I finished with him in that legislative assembly, he would have had to put his little thing between his legs and walk out of there. Ill-mannered thing. He must have thought he talking to Kim. Must have thought he talking to his wife. No, sir. Here it is.
The elected member for Red Bay.
Red Bay.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, it has been a long, long time since I have heard such unmitigated drivel spoken into the microphones in this House as that just proceeded from the lips of the Honorable Premier.
Madam Speaker. This kind of response, this kind of behavior is unacceptable.
Yes, of course it's
unacceptable. I can't say what I want to say. Sit down, Mr. Premier. Sit down.
No, you are just.
I have the floor.
Honorable members, both of you can't be standing at the same time.
Yes, you do.
I have the floor. If you have a point of order,
you have to represent appropriate behavior in here.
You are not a disciplinarian in here. Sit down.
You are not the disciplinarian. It's supposed to be Madam Speaker, and she needed to put her foot down on top of Sir Slicky. That's right, Aliano said it. Sir Slicky. She should have put her foot down on top of Alden. Alden two-faced. Really? You know what? This is where though. I listen, Wayne Panton, you gotta grow some testicular fortitude and tell the people about the real Alden McLaughlin, you know. I bet you then they'd stop respecting him, talking about sir. Let's make it clear. You were perfectly fine to be used for your money to support and bankroll the PPM and their campaign. And when they lost, and when you lost your seat, that was the end of that. But they were begging you to come back last time because they saw those dollar signs again. You're not the disciplinarian of me. You're not the disciplinarian in here. Oh, Alden, you couldn't take a real disciplinarian. The day your wife stand up to you and ask you to stop all the cheating, allegedly, and philandering, allegedly, and outside children with Spanish women, allegedly. What a glorious day that's gonna be. The day Kim said, no, don't buy me no more BMWs. I can buy them myself. I'm no longer gonna stay with you. She stayed for that lady title. Well, I guess she using you the same way you using her. What a hot mess. You need to get yourself some help. Nobody who know the real Alden McLaughlin can respect you, sir. And I use that sir in the most disrespectful way that it could possibly use. When the governor put you up for that accolade and gave you that title, he does not know what he did to the title of sir. I wouldn't accept a sir or anything else from the UK if they put it on a gold platter after you got it. Try and sit yourself down. You're not the disciplinarian in here. Poor you. You need a disciplinarian. You need somebody with some cow cod to keep you out of the bar room all the time chasing women. That's what you need. Anyway, y'all not ready for that truth here this morning. But anyway, poor what her name is, Madam Speaker. She couldn't handle them.
Madam Speaker. I wonder if the Premier really listens to what he says sometimes.
No, I wonder if you listen to what you say. Slick. Slick. No. Alden, Slick, Alden, do you listen to what you say? What a hot mess. Did Parliament start serving rum and whiskey? Wow, says Gareth. No, they never start selling nothing, but he don't have no manners. His poor father would be so disappointed. His father was a nice man. But this is what power and power gets you, right? Because that's what this is all about. Do y'all know how upset Alden is that he could not take the election? Let me tell you what Alden did after the last election, right? Because they were pulling this one in, they're pulling in Jay, they're pulling in the one from East End, what remember from East End name again? Isaac, they're pulling in Sabrina, they were doing every and anything. When he couldn't get the government he wanted, he went to the governor and he told the governor, because the former governor told me himself, out of his own mouth, straight to my ears, that you were accused of insubordination and what was the term, treason or some foolishness, and that you were advocating violence. And the former premier, Alden McLaughlin, said you were advocating violence and they were fearful for their lives and we must stop Sandra Hill from ever being able to protest in the streets again. I was like, what? I looked at the governor, I'm like, is this a joke right now? We protested and told what we wanted, what we didn't want it, and we didn't want no more of the PPM. And so all of a sudden I've committed treason. Is this like a national joke or something? Like somebody forgot to send me the memo. And he's like, no, Alden said they were fearful. I said, Lord Jesus. I said, well, we've been fearful of him for the past 12 years and the horrible job that he's been doing. Go tell him that. We're fearful of another impotent and incompetent government who is only looking out for big business and nobody else. That's what I'm fearful of. We needed a change. Pat says this is the behavior in the LA. Yes, honey child. What do we expect in schools? Get it together, please. Touche, honey. Where's that hallelujah button? Hold on, child. Yes.
Praise the Lord.
You're absolutely right. We can't expect no better because the leaders. Look at that. Denver says, best premier we ever had. I don't always agree with him. Which one are you referring to? Which best premier? I hope to God you're talking about Alden. Good showman. Not what he is. Not what he good at. Meanwhile, they didn't accomplish a lot. And now that this government's getting started. Well, we started that. We just couldn't finish anything, but we started it. Best premier when he gave so many concessions to big business, to developers. Are you crazy? All those millions of dollars could have done for Caymanians and education and other services in this country? No, Bobo. No. Wow, says Alma. This is her leaders. I hope her kids don't hear this poor display. I want a refund from their salaries for the waste of time. Yes, sir. Alejandro says, super tyranny, Sandy. Keep your enemies super close. They lucky. And I'm paying Alden one bit of mine. I was just like, with all due respect, Governor, I know that you had a certain impression of me, really, because of Alden McLaughlin sitting in your ear every single Monday and Tuesday when you met, like a little, not even a bee, like that mosquito, getting on your nerves. That was Alden. He's all up in his feelings. And yet, at the same time, he has the most to say about me and this platform. Oh, she don't have a license. He stood up in the LA and told that lie. Nobody wanted to hold him accountable for it. Then he turned around and tried to send Mr. Crackhead Extraordinaire, Andre Espute, to broker a side deal through the back door with me to give me money to make them take over our platform for ads 6 weeks before the election. And I said, no, thank you. Keep your money. I don't need your money. That's the same Alden McLaughlin you talking about was the best premier, child, please. You clearly don't know the man, Denver. You clearly don't know the duplicity. In fact, duplicity, not even the right word with him. He's like a quadplicity. Because he's like duplicity twice, which would be quad, yes? Not an honest bone. He just uses people. And when you're no longer to his liking to be used, he will discard you like yesterday's trash. Laura says treason. It's a long-lived British thing. Look at what they did to the Scots. Ooh, child. He actually was saying that I had committed a criminal offense and I should be arrested. Governor, go get her. And the governor was like, not me. So when we had our first chat, because we didn't get to ever have a discussion as governor because Alden was always running interference. So after that government got out, the governor invited me in and let's sit down and have a chat. We had a chat off here and he's like, this is the things that I'm hearing. I laughed. I said, Governor, with all due respect, it's called politics. And Alden is like the mastermind of it all. Even poor Mr. What his name is there now, he's pulling his strings. He's controlling the opposition still. It's this little game. What a mess. Alejandro says the devil's in the light people getting blind. Irina says, tell it like it is. Well, I'm only telling y'all the truth. You know what I'm saying? But what a display. Alden and the premier. But you know what? Finally, the premier stood up a little bit. I got to tell you what, it would have been more of a stand up for me. I would have been like, Alden, you need somebody to thump you, I go to old Cayman and thumping. That's what you need. You need one of them John Gray high school children to thump you on top of your head. Although all that thing he uses there to slick it back, that mightn't do no damage, so never mind. Alden has no respect for the House, talking like he is at Country and Western. Oh, yes, and let's not forget, speaking of Country and Western, who was it that boxed them down in Country and Western? Did we ever figure out who did it? It was him that got boxed down, right? But then remember, he did the boxing. Speaking of setting no good example, Alden did the boxing of Elio Solomon in the lunchroom at Parliament when it was the Legislative Assembly. He assaulted a man in there. And the other day when I did my Instagram video and I was upset and I used a few words, Alden was one of those people on, oh, well, you see, look at her. She's unhinged. I'm like, I'm unhinged? No, I'm not unhinged. You're unhinged. You're the one with the unruly behavior your entire life, but you will get a pass because of the, what's the word I'm looking for? Misogynistic and environment that we live in. You get a pass because you got slick back straight hair and a little bit lighter than me. You get a pass because you're a man. You get a pass because you're a politician. You get a pass because you got a wife that put up with any kind of foolishness from you. Like, seriously? You have the nerve to talk about, oh, Sandy, this and that, and I'm unhinged and you're going to be using this against me? Good luck with that, because I got so much I could use against you. You better be careful, Sir Alden McLaughlin. Child, please. I know at least I haven't assaulted anybody. I'm not assaulting my husband. I'm not assaulting Elio Solomon, and I'm not getting beaten up in Country and Western either from my big mouth. Those things happen to you, sir. And you can still get accolades, something like Sir Alden. Y'all wasted that sir on him. Anywho. What a hot mess. This person says that he should have been removed for his unprofessional conduct. And that Wayne Banton needs a cow card. Well, poor Wayne, he's not going to use it. And who can blame Wayne? I guess when you grew up with some brought up, say, you try to remember it, but Alden lost his, so I don't know where it gone. Politics, says Laura, laughing out loud. The speaker needs to control the House of Assembly, and the premier did not have the floor at that point, and he should have waited to respond, says Jess. Why is there prayers in Parliament, Sandy? Fear of God? That's funny. I didn't really hear any real solution, says Rough Seas. Gabby says that was an awesome day seeing everyone in front of the house protesting. Wish we could see more of that. Right, Gabby? Yes, but they're not used to people protesting against them. Mind you, when they were orchestrating the protests as they have done in the past, go back to 2003, when I was out there protesting then too, but they were in support of that, protesting against McKeever and the status grants. We were out there with wheelbarrows and all kind of stuff. Alden didn't say anything about that because that was favorable to his position. You see, when I talk about the duplicity and the quadplicity that's going on around the place. So this is what Alden does. You got to take a position. And whatever your position is, folks, you stick with it. You don't sway with the wind and sway with who gonna put money in your pocket, allegedly, and whatever, this and that. And, you got to push these things through because big business sitting back waiting for you to scratch their back for them. Damien says it's called freedom, democracy, and human rights. Well, they'd rather keep y'all silent, that's for sure. Anyway, they need to do better. But yes, that one was going viral. So a few people just sent it to me. So I thought I would bring it up again. All right, few minutes remaining in the program. Okay, let me see here now. Oh, yes, let me see. Somebody sent a video. Let me see here. Okay, there's something that's going viral. Oh, there was an accident in Spots earlier. And there's something else that, oh no, that's an old message. My apologies. Yeah, actually, I think he moved. Somebody tell me where this man Howard live. I think not, but I'll tell you. So I need to preview that out of the video though, because I can't swear for that one. All right, let me see now. We have I think we might as well end this one last night. Straight shenanigans. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Okay. So I think we have this video now. I'm going to download this video. Give me 1 second here so you can get another glimpse at your children hard at work, clearly not learning anything. Let me see where this file goes. Show in folder, under downloads. Okay, give me 1 second here. All right, so this was the video. I needed Kevin to preview this one because undoubtedly there's probably all kind of profanity linked into this one. And this one was an all-out war. Look at this. Oh, let me My God. In this instance, the security guard is actually there trying to part them, but boy, not having much luck. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Who is this now? This is Alden. Says he forgot in 2010, if I'm not mistaken, when they started putting condoms in the restrooms and the bars and clubs, he took the box out for the guy delivering them and threw them on the bar top in Country Bar and said, "Take them, they are free." Say what? He took the box out for the guy delivering them and threw them on the bar top in Country and said, "Take them, they're for free." Who must take them? The guy delivering them? That story kind of confusing, Amanda. You got to clarify that one for me. I'm not quite understanding. So that's why he got knocked out in Country and Western? Huh? Will security guards be allowed to use pepper spray? Well, I guess so, Damien. I mean, if me and you can use it, why not? Make the security guards use it too. Gabby says, at least the security guard is there this time. Yeah, poor thing. A round of applause for the security, says Amanda. He was trying. What a mess. The people inside the bar, he was drunk, Sandra. But I don't even understand what he did. Why would you do that? Of course he was drunk. That's our former premier drunk. That's what he does. That's why he lives up in the bars. Yeah. And then he went from Country and Western. What was the name of the one down Galleria Plaza or West Shore? He used to live up in that one. Remember there was a video, I think it was Carrie Horick had posted that video of him following a Spanish girl into the bathroom. They think people forget, you know. They better not make my memory start remembering certain things. So now he hangs out primarily north side at Mr. Tony's bar, because that's his friend. Chelsea's, yes. So there was a video of him in circulation and following one Spanish girl in the bathroom at Chelsea's. Mm-hmm. His poor wife. I hope to God she not make him touch him, because no telling what he got. So Amanda, yes, Chelsea's. Katina says, Miss Sandy, play the video again. My manager was talking to me. Tell your manager to stop interrupting you. It's a Friday. What are they doing talking to you? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but whiteies shouldn't keep wearing weave and braids. That's just something easy for your opponent to grab onto. You better start just shaving off your head and going UFC style at this point in time. Yes, Chelsea's bar. Somebody says South Coast. Yeah, that's his new favorite spot because he gets a little bit more protection at South Coast. Like they know, don't talk when he comes in. What he be doing if he follow you in the bathroom? You know, don't say nothing to nobody. Lord Jesus. Their hits sound like fireworks going off, says Garrett. Oh my gosh. Ooh, you think that's Sir Alden calling us? Sir Alden, is that you? You gonna tell us why you like to abuse women, allegedly?
You know.
Oh no, that's not you. Never mind.
Sandy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, boy.
Sir Alden, did you really break so-and-so's collarbone? Because your brother-in-law said you did, so I'm wondering.
Is there any female security guards in that fight? I didn't see any female security guards unless my eyes seen wrong.
Why not if they got any sense?
Boy, you see them. You see them. Boy, I don't get those need to do better.
All right, folks. Okay, listen, it's Friday. That's it. Show's done already. I know y'all want me to go. I know y'all begging me to go into overtime and put Alden in his place, but I'm not fooling Alden because I got bills to pay today. I got some work to do. See this folder of paperwork here, and y'all know I'm going on vacation soon, so I need to make sure all my paperwork is straight. So we can continue to watch the situation in LA. By the way, I'll talk about a big shout out moment with MP Kenneth Bryan on Monday's program. So I appreciate Kenneth acknowledging the work that we've been trying to do here for a long time with the Sex Offenders Registry. All right, beautiful folks, that's all she wrote. Quite an interactive show. You guys have a blessed and wonderful weekend. We'll see you bright and early Monday morning.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Cold Hard Truth on Bobo 89.1 FM. Cayman's #1 talk show is live weekdays from 7:30 a.m. Never miss an episode again. Watch anytime on CMR's Facebook and YouTube channels for the latest show episodes. Don't forget to follow us online on our social media channels. And visit CaymanMarlRoad.com for all the latest news and community happenings.